Hello, my babies. Sharky, Alex, Cloudy, and Cozy. Crimes in the courthouse. It's more likely than you think. Why, hello. Happy week after thing. It's Christmas now. It's every day is Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day. Hello, hello. Get me a Christmas goose. Oh, I still have oatmeal. Hell yeah. I have a bite left. I've still got a bit of a lingering cough. I'm gonna do my best to not upset you all. It's almost break. Wait, how does break work for you? Just like winter break? Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. Oatmeal has been consumed. Yumbo bumbo. I missed you guys last week. Oh my god. Heckin' holidays. Ooh, end of the semester. Ooh. Hell yeah. Do you have a bit? How do you get a? How long is the break? I guess. You got that first editing gig. Ooh, hell yeah. That's exciting. I love that. Beautiful. You can kind of tell I was learning the program. I feel like that's the way. I think a month. Hey, yo, that rules. Hell yeah. I'm so excited. What are you gonna do? You gonna max relax? Chill out and max and relax all cool like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? I gotta drink more tea. Here I go. Draw, hell yeah. Love it. That's a good answer. I like that answer. That's a good answer. I've already lost my bananas. You haven't drawn in years? Oh no. That's so tragic. You're very good at it. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, we're gonna see how well. My voice is still not 100%. So we're gonna see how well I do on all these voices today. I got the mute button ready. Wow, wow. Yeah, Kwai's art is great. Kwai's got some art in this little art reel thing. This Gossip Girl on screen right now, that is printed and framed and lives above my desk. Oh, shit! No, but I feel completely fine. Thank you. I feel completely fine. And that's the problem. This is how my sickness be happening a lot of times. Where I just I get a head cold, which I did over Thanksgiving break, tragically. And then it just turns into this cough that lingers, and it's not contagious, but I just got lung problems, you know what I mean? But I'm alright. We got a picture of your wife above my desk. I mean, there's lots of pictures of her everywhere, Alex. But that picture also lives above my desk. Blah, 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 blah. I get to see my wife all the time. Woo, 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 woo. Hell yeah. Babies. 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 Did I forget how to stream? It's more likely than you think. Are you ready? There it is. Are you ready to remember what was going on in this case? I know I am. I think there was a, oh shoot. I don't want to continue. I want to load. There was a big serious man. Unknown to most. Comfy has a full back tattoo, but I still can't see that. Yeah, there was a prison man, and he was like, dang, I didn't murder him, but we'll probably get a recap. Being not ready is so fun. Yeah. We get to find out together. All right, here we go. Maybe we'll probably get a bit of a reminder. Here we are again. Let's hope we can find something this time that will finally reveal the truth behind it all. The tummy tattoo. Ooh, that's gotta be the most ticklish tattoo ever. Although that might be easier said than done. There's nothing left to investigate. Judge Gavel's deduction yesterday. This is the next day. We got kicked out because the oh shit, I'm not in the games. Oh my god. I'm a baka, dude. Oh my god. Maybe I'm not awake enough yet. Ooh, baby. Posture check. Yeah, I'll lock my chair in, actually. Jimmy Biao, hello! I'm gonna get all these coughs out, and then it'll, like, be fine. I haven't, like, talked much this morning. You keep streaming in my school hours. This is when I stream. Cloudion, if you're new to stream, I want to know. Why you always lying? Oh my god. There we go. It's like I keep coughing until I like get it out. Jimmy Bell, why you always lying? Oh my god. Alright. There is one other possibility, one you have seemed to have overlooked. The well in the yard. Could a body not have entered the tunnel from there? Oh yeah, so we debunked how... Okay, so... That's right. That's what's going on. So this guy died in prison, but he should have just been in the jail. But he was in the prison, and we're like, what the fuck? And, Judge Gavel's so pretty? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then she was like, I don't know, she's got some secret grudge against us. So she's like, it could have been this other way. They could have gone through the well, and that's a possibility. And we're just like, are you fucking for real right now? You stayed home from school today because you're sick. No, not yay. I'm sorry you're sick. And then this guy's blind, and he's got a dog. His name is Body Harma. And he's got a dog, and she was from the second game, and she's got a big fur coat, and this mink is alive or whatever. But she's like, damn, your shit could be fucked up, Miles Edgeworth. In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop. At some point during the show, there was a circus show at the prison. Tell me, who else could have done that but Mr. Saint? Our client. Had Knight's body really been thrown down the well? The answer to that question will surely show us the way forward. But before we begin, I should tidy up my organizer a little. Get all my bad evidence out of there. Let's see here. Huh, there's a cover on it. And this guy I gave a Sonic the Hedgehog voice. The dried up well, slap bang in the middle of a prison, figures it'd be locked. Well, luckily, I'm a master lockpicker. Want me to do my stuff? I think not. We'll have to do this investigation by the book. Come on, don't be such a stick in the mud. Whoa! What is it, Kay? The lock's broken! And from the looks of it, it's been broken for a long time. If that's the case, then anyone could have thrown Knight's body down the well. Except Lassie. Judge Gavel's theory was that this Mr. Saint carried out the murder here in the yard. And then during the performance, he threw the body down the well. What are you thinking, Miles Reno? Plausible or no? Oh, why don't we see if Missile can help us out again? He'll be able to tell us if Mr. Knight's body was here and which way it went. Good idea. I'll call Detective Gumshoe. I wonder why he's going to not be able to help us with this. I've been here for a while. You haven't been able to tune in. 11 a.m. is the middle of the school day. It's rough. I wish I had time to stream in the evenings, but I don't. This is kind of like I used to stream only in the evenings, but like my free time has become very precious. You know what I mean? So this is when it works out. But there's always VODs, and there's always, guess what? Boom, 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 the YouTube channel. Cozy and I have a Let's Play channel. We upload 6 days a week. Boop, 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 boop. 8 p.m. here, so I'll not complain. Hell yeah. Gumshoe speaking. Detective, I need your assistance. Come to the prison yard and bring Missile with you. You bet, sir. Gumshoe, 7 secret weapons of the rescue again, huh? Fairly certain Missile belongs to the precinct. I'd also like you to bring one of our witnesses. Call the Barry Big Circus and ask Miss Regina Barry to come down here with you. Yes, sir. I'll be there before you know it. Yay. So, what will we do while we're waiting for Gummy? How about a quick game of hide and go seek? Hide and go seek. Fun idea, kiddo, but where exactly will we hide? He's not seriously considering it. Your game can wait, Kay. We need to call on one of your more practical skills. I think you know the one. Oh, you bet I do! One crime scene recreation, coming right up! Huh? Say what now? We haven't seen this in this game yet. Let me show you! Introducing a great thief's great secret weapon, little thief! Yeah. Show us a recreation, baby. Whoa! Screens appeared from thin air. This is some next level tech, little sis. Want to talk me through the deets? What are you doing now? I love how they wrote him.
I've been putting everything we need for the simulation.
Allow me to explain. Have you seen, like, Star Trek? This is Mr. Thief. It's a device that can recreate crime scenes at specific moments in time based on the data you feed it.
How about I start us off with a recreation of what the yard looked like yesterday?
Good idea. That was when they were in the middle of tearing down the stage. We didn't pay much attention to the well then. Who knows? We might have overlooked something.
Leave it to me. I'll use the photo I took.
She did take a photo.
Beepity beep boop 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 boop. That's all the data. Just gotta pump the projection power to max and... Dark skies of evening when no other bird dares take wing. One alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of the real modern-day Robinoid.
Yeah, baby, do it.
Wee!
Yipes, what is this?
It's a recreation of how things were yesterday, modeled on the data I just gave Little Thief.
I just checked. I've been here since 2021. Hell yeah. Oh my god. You can also type in, I think it's follow age. I don't follow myself. Sorry.
This gadget was a tool used by the original Yatagarasu. They used it to plan robberies.
Well, there's no harm in using it for something on the right side of the law now. Yeah! Hell yeah. I should. Come on.
Oh, but keep in mind that you can only recreate what you tell it to. It can't simulate things it doesn't have data for, and if the data itself contains mistakes, then you wind up with those same mistakes in the recreation too.
Bunny Bell, hello, thank you. Even with my sick throat. How are you? Welcome, welcome. But this particular recreation is based on Kay's photo, so we shouldn't run into any problems. That's enough preamble. Shall we get started?
Wow!
Alright.
Don't forget, you can examine stuff in the
Yeah. Of course. I know how to do it. Let's look at that well. Let's go to the well. Let's go to the well. Bzz. We should examine this area carefully. Okay. The well was behind the stage, which means
there aren't many people who could have thrown Knight's body down it during the show.
I haven't watched it so long. I hope you've been well. I'm doing pretty good. I'm sick at the moment, but I'm doing all right. I wish I could help with some voice acting, but I can't do any high-pitched voices. You listen. You do the voices you can do, and then practice if you like doing it. I don't know. Listen. I'm not. I'm not formally trained or anything. I'm just goofily trained by Goofy Goof. Disney's Goofy. This is looking worse and worse for Mr. Saint. Oh my goodness. 3.5 years, Buddy Bell. Oh my god. Buddy Bell, I do this all the time when people hop back in. Cozy Cat Girl and I have a Let's Play channel now on YouTube, and we upload 6 days a week. So if you're like, hey, this Catboy is funny, I forgot. Yeah, Jimmy Meow. What the heck, Jimmy Meow? 60 times already. People say these sound like 30. The link's right there, Jimmy Meow. It's right there. You know what? For you, one more. Yeah, check it out. Subscribe if you like it. You don't have to, of course. Legally, I can't compel you to. But we have so much fun. We got a lot of fun winter stuff in the pipeline. Hell yeah. Okay. All right. So anybody could have done it. There's a 30-pound weight. It's a metal weight of some kind. It looks like it weighs. Projection makes it a little tricky to read. Do you remember how heavy it was, Kay? It was 30 pounds.
Sure, it was 30 pounds.
I can see it right there. What are you even saying, Miles? Do you need glasses, Miles Edgeworth?
What does anyone need such a heavy weight for anyway?
Pipe. Doesn't seem related to the circus show at any rate. There's a lot of things here. Sturdy-looking hemp rope lying on the ground. How do you know it's hemp?
Kinda reminds me of the ropes you used for playing tug-of-war in school.
The answer is no.
What? I didn't even say anything. Yeah.
I see it also has a metal stake attached to one end.
Oh yeah, it looks kind of like something you'd use to put up a tent.
But there was no tent, was there? In which case, what was it used for? I don't know, Miles Edgeworth. What are a bunch of pulleys doing here? They don't seem to be They don't seem to be well pulleys for lifting buckets.
So what do you think all the stuff around the well was used for?
I don't know, Kay.
I can't see any of the animals needing them for their part of the performance.
Indeed, nothing immediately strikes me as a likely purpose. We'll have to ask Miss Barry later. We'll have to ask her very carefully. Alright, what other evidence is there? These chairs must have been for the audience.
Wow! I pity whoever had to put them all away.
Really? Why?
Ha! You've clearly never had to fold up a bunch of boring chairs before, huh?
Not personally. I've told other people to do it, though.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, you gotta roll up your sleeves and help out once in a while.
Yeah, I'll consider it. I love how Edgeworth is just like, I'm out here saving lives and like, you know, winning, doing, beating criminals, but like, yes, no, you're right. I'll fold up some chairs, too. A wicker basket, or rather a cart, given the wheels.
Hey, wouldn't it be fun to hop in and race it down a hill? Oh, you know what else would be fun? Racing down a hill in office chairs!
Where did any of that come from? I think I remember reading that. Hello, elephant. What was the name of our trunk-happy friend again?
Isaiah the Asian elephant.
Of course, how could I forget? Not exactly inspired, though, is it? Was Miss Barry having an off day when she came up with it?
Oh my gosh, Mr. Edgeworth, not in front of the poor elephant herself.
I suspect that's about all there is to find for now. Detective Gumshoe should be here soon, too. Just realized that you put the links 4 times in a row and I still missed it. I subbed though. Hell yeah, I hope you like what you see. Listen, if you, when you watch videos, if you also comment and tell us like, hey, these parts were funny. I just put out a short, that should have been released on the YouTube channel today. Because somebody like outlined a spot in the video that was very funny. And I was like, that is very funny. You're right. I'll make a short out of that. That kind of thing is super helpful. Okay, you can power down Mr. Thief now.
Sure thing. Prepare to return to normality.
Bazip. Bazinga. Why the elephant's so small? It's a little elephant. Sorry, sir. I came as quick as I could.
Ha! Speak of the devil!
Ah, detective. That was indeed impressively quick. You know me, sir. Never did like to keep you waiting.
Thanks for coming all this way too, Regina.
I think her voice was like, no problem. This seemed way more fun than rehearsal, so I did some fun at that. Maybe I'll give her like a lumpy space princess since my voice is still... It's like a little sick sounding still. It's very much appreciated. All right, detective, let's get started with Missile. Yes, sir. Hey, Missile, over here, boy. Oh, Missile ain't you. You can't tell. What's the matter? Come on, boy, come on. What's wrong with him? Looks like he's scared of something, sir. The gator. Eek! Alligator. Guess he's not a fan, sir. Well, I doubt he'll be much help to us like this. Any other bright ideas, Mazzarino? Yes, actually. Miss Barry, would you mind lending us a hand? What is... Okay.
I love to. Just tell me what you need. Do you want me to teach Alice some tricks?
I don't doubt she could do it, but nothing quite like that. I'd simply like an account of what the yard looked like during the show.
I like where this is going. You're thinking of using Little Thief again, am I right?
If you'd be so kind.
Beep boop boop beep boop boop beep boop boop bop.
Regina's baby, yeah.
Okay, I plugged in all the data. Firing up the simulation.
Whoa. Oh, there he is.
Here you go. This is what the yard was like during the show.
Oh, I guess she just told us all this. Okay. The time at which the body was purported to have been thrown down the well. Opinion on cabbage. I don't like it.
Oh, wow. This is so amazing. It's like magic. Hey, no magic here. Just sweet, sweet data. Which is why...
The area behind the stage is missing.
Yeah, Regina said she wasn't involved in getting the stage set up. So we don't have any data on what it was like back there.
No data, no simulation, huh? Brutal.
I'm so sorry, guys. It's all because I let Sammy do everything by himself.
No, it's all my frilly associate's fault. Objection, Fender.
Anyway, we've got a fresh simulation now, but we still have the other data too. I can switch back whenever you want the recreation of them taking down the stage.
So we can examine the scene both during and after the show. And switch between the two at will. I can switch between... Okay. Now then, let's continue our investigation, shall we? Beep, bop, beep, boop. Wow! Alright, here are chairs. Chairs are lined up neatly for the show. Though we know there were a few empty seats during the performance.
Something about this space, the way the seats are arranged. Reminds me of a karaoke contest I entered as a kid.
You entered a karaoke contest?
I sure did! And I came in second. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares take flight, one alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness on the world's blight.
Tell me you didn't actually sing that.
I sure did!
She sure did take second place, or perhaps stole is more apt. Is it more that she failed to steal first place? I'm overthinking this. All right, Edgeworth, yeah. Calm down with you're thinking a lot about some nonsense.
A story of forbidden love between a tiger and an elephant. Wish I could have seen it. Wish I could have seen Simeon up there on that stage, too.
Oh, it was wonderful the way he flew off that stage. Oh, yes, that scene. Yeah, join the Discord. This victory is depicted in a very unique manner, whereby the villain is sent flying from the stage. Having been ejected from the stage in this manner, the villain no longer appears in the performance. And you're saying the crime took place during that time? Roughly how long would you say Mr. Saint was off stage for, Miss Berry?
Let's say. I guess I was around 15 minutes.
Just as Judge Cavell said. Isn't it pretty hairy, health and safety-wise, you having an elephant fling a guy off stage?
No. Isaiah's very gentle.
I'm not sure it changes much if she flings him gently or roughly.
Judge Adel, in fact, when we first rehearsed it, she barely nudged him. But by the end, he was flying off that stage, not because of Isaiah, though. Simeon had figured out some kind of trick, apparently. Isn't that amazing?
A trick? Do you have any idea what kind of trick?
Who, me? Oh, no, it was Simeon's big thing. I wouldn't know where to start.
Excuse me. What a trick. What a little tricky guy. It would appear that we're missing some data for this point in time. I don't steal data, okay? I use logic and deduction to get what I need. Okay. I'm so snuffly, forgive me. Oh, look at all these appels. The basket was empty the other day.
Oh, yeah, but it was definitely empty in the photo I took, too. Oops, sorry, I made a mistake when I was filling you in earlier.
Oh?
The basket's for holding Isaiah's food, but on the morning of the show, all the apples that were in it had vanished. Poof. I totally forgot to mention it. Sorry.
Disappearing apples. I should make a note of this. The murderer could have done it.
Hell yeah, Jimmy Biao.
Love it. Okay. Elephant pen. It's the pen that held Isaiah, the Asian elephant. Now empty, as the lady herself is on stage.
I wonder how they got her in there in the first place.
What do you mean?
Well, the entrance to the yard is people-sized. And there's like a gazillion megawatts pumping through that fence. Kind of risky, no?
Not if one turned off the electricity.
Yeah, but then all the prisoners would escape.
Through an entrance blocked by an elephant? I think not.
This is a real puzzler, all right.
I'll have to give it some more thought. She seems to be enjoying the challenge. I'll leave her to it. Oh, okay. Okay, is that everything here?
Hello.
Whoa! Draco Blitz Demon. Where's the O in Blitzo? Just kidding. Hello, welcome! Good morning, good time zone. We're solving the crimes. What do you have to say? It's as bad as it looks, sir. Poor little guy's scared out of his skin. There's so many typos in this second game. Please. It's been out for 2 months now or whatever. Fix the typos. I'd hope to have him track that scent again, but that clearly isn't in the cards now.
Ooh.
Okay, I guess maybe I can do some things. I missed you. I'm doing well. How are you? Did you have a good holiday? Okay. Okay, 30-pound weight. Items around the well. Maybe they were for Mr. Saint's big moment. Perhaps. Yeah, baby! The trick Mr. Saint performed for his big scene, could it have had something to do with all the items we found by the well? And you did? You had a good Thanksgiving? Hell yeah! I'm so glad. Yeah, hell yeah! Oh my gosh, it's good to see you, B. Oh my goodness. I missed not streaming last week. I was like, but when holidays land in the middle of the week, it's just like, I'm just like, wait, where's my, it's just like, okay, I'd like to have another look around the equipment around the well from yesterday. Can you have Mr. Thief bring up the recreation from when they were tearing down the stage?
You got it!
Taking another look at these items, could they not have been used for this trick of Mr. Saint's?
Sounds plausible enough! Hey, I could maybe add it to the simulation!
Good idea. Please go and ask Mr. Saint for the details.
Roger that!
I'll be right back. Mr. Saint could have just told us that he did that.
I'm back, and he told me exactly how he did it.
Excellent. Well, how does it work?
He said he used the pulley at the top of the well to suspend a heavy weight from a rope, and lowered that down into the well. The other end of the rope went through 2 more pulleys. It was tied around his body.
I see. So he used the downward pull of the weight to help launch himself into the air. Oh, excuse me. What is going on right now? We're trying to solve a case where a man that was supposed to be in jail got murdered in prison. And they don't know how he got into the prison. And it's all very complicated. What's y'all's favorite Thanksgiving food? Mac and cheese is good. It's hard to beat that for me, if I'm being honest with you. I do like me a scalloped potato, however. An au gratin potato. Mashed taters. Hell yeah. But how did he make sure the weight only dropped when he wanted it to?
He used a stake to stop it, that's how.
Miss Berry didn't seem to know anything about the trick or the contraption he built for it. In which case, I suppose it must have been Mr. Saint himself who pulled out the stake.
That's right! And to do that, he used a second length of rope. He tied it to the stake, and then, when he gave it a sharp tug, whoop! Whee! The stake was released, and the weight dropped down the well.
And turkey and ham only because I'm picky. There was only the fancy foods. What do you mean fancy food? What is a fancy food? Oh my gosh.
It's a great trick, and I have to steal it. This one has to go in the Great Thief's repertoire.
It may not be quite that easy. These kinds of circus tricks can require years of practice to master. Simply stealing the idea won't be enough.
All right, practice it is then.
Well, before you run away to do so, would you mind updating the simulation?
Oh, right, then we can see how it all worked for ourselves.
Ugh. I know turkey and mashed potatoes. There's like green beans, sometimes green bean casserole. Cranberry sauce. Potatoes. Potatoes and molasses. Boop, boop. Oh no, B, I'm sorry. What's a casserole? I don't actually know what the definition of a casserole is. It's kind of just like, it's like you mix a bunch of stuff together. I think a casserole means you can cook it in like a brownie pan, but like it's savory food, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know if it has a better definition than that, but usually it's they're not like that exciting. Hold on, wait. Can I yeah, okay, hold on. Let's look up wait, let me let's find casseroles. Green bean casserole. So like is this showing up? Yeah. So like this is green bean casserole. I don't like green bean casserole at all personally. Some people really like it, and it's kind of like mainly a Thanksgiving only kind of a food. Kwai's not American. I'm explaining this in a international way. So like this doesn't look very good. Like sometimes it can be good. I don't really like green beans. But it's kind of just like, you know, this one might have like cream of mushroom soup in it. I see mushrooms in this. They're fried. I forget what it is fried on top of here. What goes on top of the casserole. But this one's not very good. But like, if we do, au gratin potatoes. These are just cheesy potatoes. This is a horse of a different color. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. It's just cheesy potatoes. This rules. This is yummy, yummy. Onions? Oh, okay. Squash is good. I like stuffing as well. I like most food. But I don't like green beans or cabbage. That a pecan pie mixture with stuffing. Wait. What? They mix pecan pie and stuffing? Huh? What? Eh? Okay, anyways. That's like kind of, that, you know, the green bean casserole is kind of like what casseroles are like. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're weird. Okay.
I'm switching back to the recreation of the performance.
Boop, 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 boop. It's diabolical. What do you guys, listen, I have a question. Do your families have a special dish that isn't like regular Thanksgiving fare, that y'all make? I know, like, my, this isn't quite the same, but my mom, I know I was just talking a lot of shit on casseroles, but, like, for Christmas, she found all these, like, casserole recipes, like French toast casserole and, like, this egg thing that she makes. They also have the audacity to leave out the Hawaiian bread that gets stale. No! The Hawaiian bread's the best bread. It's sweet. It's sweet AF. It's sweet AF. Okay.
And now to add in the data. Little Thief should be able to reproduce the trick now.
Family stuff is pretty normal. Yeah, we did it with Cozy's family, and there was not an unusual dish to be seen. So this is how Mr. Saint performed his trick. Yeah, but the grate is a closed.
Simeon's full of surprises, huh? I mean, dropping a weight down a well to help him fly off a stage like that, that's genius!
Indeed, but I imagine he would have needed quite a lot of weight, more than him at the very least. Your quiz was graded. No! What subject? The family just make the most horrendous combos. Like what? Thought it was just people making. Yeah, so they're kind of quite okay. So like, let me see. What happens if I just okay, yeah. So this is kind of like, these pictures kind of like, these are traditional Thanksgiving foods. So see, like, some of these don't look very good at all, in my opinion. But it's kind of just like, the turkey is the main attraction, right? And then usually there's mashed potatoes or some kind of a potato. There's like cranberry sauce, there's gravy, there's the stuffing, pumpkin pie, pecan pie. These are some sort of, I don't know what this is, some sort of greens of some sort. But like, people, you know, that's kind of like the staple. So then people get kind of weird with it. They're like, oh, maybe I'll do, oh shoot, maybe I'll do like this kind of potato, or you know what I mean. Sweet potatoes are also a good, cornbread. You know what I mean? These are kind of like, what has happened here? What is this? Oh god. Oh no. This sort of thing is kind of like, these are like the main things, and if you're kind of off the beaten path, and rolls, like bread rolls, and maybe macaroni. But that, even macaroni is a bit of a new thing. Like, here we go. Yeah, this is just the turkey, potatoes, stuffing, cranberry, and pumpkin pie. Oh. I'm not the biggest fan of Thanksgiving food. I like turkey quite a bit, but I feel like cooking the Thanksgiving Day turkey is not really my favorite thing. Deviled eggs. What is this? Oh, this is like a sweet potato pie. People make this sometimes. This is pretty good. What's cornbread? It's like, it's just like a, it's just bread that's corn. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Oh, shoot. I'm progressing the game by accident. Hold on. Cornbread is this. Cornbread can be very dry, but it can be very yummy, especially if you mix it with butter and honey. But it's kind of just bread. They're kind of like corn brownies. A little bit. We used to get the Jiffy growing up. And we made cornbread a lot. Anyways, that's kind of like what the deal is. Stale bread. Yeah, but it's hard to describe because it's like thicker and it's sweeter. It's pretty good as a sometimes food. Turkey's not deserved to be a Thanksgiving food. So many people make it so dry. Well, it's hard to cook a turkey. And most people only get practice once a year, so they never get good at it. You know what I mean? I'm being learned. Is it like potato bread? We don't, maybe. We don't really have potato bread. I think that's something sometimes you get like, buns, like hamburger buns or hot dog buns that have like potato in them. The brown gravy, yeah.
Probably a ton of practice.
Okay. The devious thing they made. Okay. Okay. Wait, can I look at it more? Wait. Well, oh, there's a blanket! This top, it's just like the one we saw in the workshop.
This tarp, it's just like the one we saw in the workshop.
Yes, but why is it here?
But why is it here? Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You got kind of blank.
And I tend to stay blank until you stop stealing my thoughts. Well, okay. Why is it here? Mr. Saint used the well to construct a contraption that would send him flying from the stage. It made clever use of those 2 ropes. Okay.
That's one heavyweight. Kind of makes you think how much this must be all weighing on Simeon.
It does. I'm not sure I quite see it myself.
Oh, too bad we don't have the real thing here. Otherwise, I'd hang it around your neck like a big old albatross. Then we'll see how you like it.
You'd face some stiff resistance if you tried. I can promise you that. I don't know if it's just me being picky, but I was disgusted when they, like, had the mashed potatoes, whipped cream, and they put whipped cream on the mashed potatoes? And topped it off with more that's kind of weird. I mean, like, I'm, like, thinking about, I don't feel like that would make it so disgusting. I wouldn't choose to do that or anything. But that kind of hits like maybe like cheddar cheese and apple pie, you know what I mean? Parents like to make things sweeter. I mean, that'll do it. That is I've never heard of that though. I've never ever heard of that. Mixing, I guess it would just make it kind of sweet because you would mix the gravy with the whipped cream. It would just get kind of wet. It's definitely a choice. Okay. Have I looked at everything in here? I guess so. Did I learn any? Okay, so actually,
what is it?
Yeah, switch to recreations.
All right.
So I'm gonna see what the difference is now.
Here you go.
I don't believe there's any more to be found here. Well, fucking, come on. What is the point of swappling back and forth? All the chairs are gone. Oh my god. Alright, we'll go back to the other one. I felt a shiver up my spine, oh no. Okay, go back. Yeah, it's a lot of sugar. That's not too much, sure. In my humble opinion. What is there to still look at? Well, alright. I'll start deducing, I guess. Oh. Maybe it was the Epos. Maybe he lifted himself with the Epos. Fuck! That was not the Epos. Okay, Isaiah the elephant. Yeah, I don't know. None of that seems to make sense. I don't want to, like, be talking to people. Why is it not checked off? don't understand. I don't know. Oh.
Well, that's one impressive fence.
Okay, we've done this already. We've looked at all these things. This is not new information. Okay. Well, am I crazy? Let me pull up that guide. Let me pull up that guide while I talk about cornbread a lot more. Spoiler free. Miles, I'm sorry I'm so snuffly. I'm still battling a sickness.
It is a sickness.
No,
Give me part 2. Give me part 2.
give me part 2. Is this it? Okay. Okay, so we've done all this. Investigate is normal. Examine all those things. Got that. Got these. Okay. Gain the ability to switch. Don't switch yet. Examine the cart full and get the disappearing apples. Oh, okay. I do need to speak to Gumshoe. Okay, alright. Excuse me. You got into magic? Yo, hell yeah. What set? What set are you into? I've sort of completely lost track of what magic is doing right now. It enabled you gambling addicted with your Pokemon cards. Don't say a word, sir. I know just what you're looking for. It's written all over your face. It is. Missile may be temporarily out of action, but my fishing rod is good to go whenever you need it. Oh, and if you want to give the metal detector a shot, I have that too. Hell yeah. Hold on one sec. Okay. Never seen him so excited. I'll be sure to let you know if I need either of them. Well, okay. Okay, well that didn't really do me much good. Oh. Well, okay, man. Sometimes I am annoyed by how this works. Because the whole point was that, like, you would have needed something heavier than him for the trick to work. And this is only a 30-pound weight. But apparently I am supposed to connect these two things, even though this can't be correct. But now I guess we're just gonna disprove it? I don't know about that.
Wait, doesn't that seem odd to you?
No. You haven't noticed, Detective. There's something strange about the weight we found. How heavy it is. The one weight on its own wouldn't be heavy enough. You once got 608 million 1-1 counters? Oh my god. I got a deck. I got one. I don't really play Commander in a competitive way, but I have a deck that like makes a lot of tokens, and then there's an enchantment that like every time a boy comes in, all my boys get 1-1. Yeah, you just win. You just win after that. A single 30-pound weight couldn't have lifted Mr. Saint off the ground. Well, oh yeah! In which case, could there perhaps be some weights missing? Sounds like a job for my 7 secret weapons, sir. Should the need for them to use them arise? I suppose I should speak to him then. Okay, so then... Can I... Okay, I've talked... I do need the metal detector. How do I... Can I logic it? Insufficient weight metal detector, huh? Yeah? Yes? Yes! Man, that rules. Magic is fun. I like magic. I played magic like very, 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 very long time. Oh, the new foundation. Yeah, I haven't gotten any of those yet. I'm not happy with how they're just giving us way too many magic sets lately. There's like way too much to keep up with. Detective, I have need of one of your secret weapons. Roger that. The metal detector, if you would be so kind. Oh, jeez. I'm never going to get to use my fishing rod. So before we get started, let me run you through how the metal detector works, sir. It's simple enough. It uses this sound and this gauge to tell you how close you are to something made of metal. The closer you get, the more strongly it'll react. When it starts going wild like this, just give me the order to examine the spot where I'm standing. I don't have Magic Arena. Say, what do we got there? Oh, the fence. Anyways, that's how it all works. You tell me where you want to look. You tell me when you want to look, sir, and I'll get right on it. Yeah, baby. I should just walk. I get to be Gumshoe. Examine. I got something. There's something here, sir. Whoa. It's a gold coin, sir. What a find. It'll go down in history. I don't imagine a gold coin would stay hidden long in a prison yard.
Oh, you found it. Never would have guessed it was hiding there the whole time. That's one of the coins from the big coin hunt we hold once every 2 weeks.
Hey, that sounds kind of interesting. Must be fun for the whole family. I love Gumshoe.
Sure is. The prisoners would have to hunt for the coins the warden buried all around the yard. And if they find 3 silver coins and 1 gold coin, they can swap them for a jelly donut.
First the show, now a treasure hunt. Is this a prison or a playground? Okay. All right, let's stop looking for stupid coins. That's crazy. All right, Gumshoe. Is it you? Are you a robot? Are you made of metal? Come on, baby. Oh, there we go. Playable Gumshoe, I know. I found something. There's something here, sir. I didn't see anything metallic. What did the detector pick up? Guess it must have picked up some iron sand. Iron sand? As in sand you can pick up with a magnet? That's the stuff. You can find it at the beach sometimes. And I got just the thing we need right here. Introducing secret weapon number 6 or 7. Are you making this up as you go along? A seemingly ordinary magnet that I found at the hardware store. Watch this. I just bring it close to the ground and ta-da! It's picking out the iron. Woo! Come on, little guys, come to Papa. Must be nice to be so easily entertained. Regardless, the investigation must continue. Alright. I'm done with all this malarkey. I want the treasure. I want a metal gator. Give me a gator. Sir, picking up something over here. Huh? Found these little guys in the grass. They're the same as the weight we found by the well. They must be from Mr. Saint's trick. A magnet can keep me entertained for an hour or more. That's pretty good value. Did someone hide these here on purpose? I count 4 altogether, sir.
They would be more than heavy enough to send him flying.
So somebody hid several of the same weights as one by the well. What set do you play with? Well, I don't play with a set, but because I've been playing for like years and years and years. We usually just get whatever pre-release kit that is new, and Cozy and I will play against each other. But that's usually it. But it's a lot lately. I used to play in FNM all the time, so it was just a lot of drafting. But why? Why over here? Yes, nice work, me. Drafting's my favorite way to play. Big!
Alligator!
I think nearly gave me a heart attack. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It's a metal detector, sir. It's reacting to the alligator.
What? How?
You're sure it's not responding to the weights we just found? No, sir. I'm sure this is something different, and I'm sure it's coming from the alligator. Yeah, doubling. I do have doubling season. Yeah. I've got assigned a doubling season by one of the artists that drew one of them.
Ha! We scared that big stepper good.
I don't think that's it, Kai.
Huh? Then what is it?
Allie hasn't been her stuff lately. That's the name. Allie, the warden's favorite pet. She wouldn't even look at the... She wouldn't even look at the food Warden Lagarde brought her yesterday. She was acting as if, I don't know, as if maybe she'd eaten something that didn't agree with her. Maybe the metal detector was responding to whatever she ate, sir.
Oh no, what if she ate one of the weights?
I highly doubt that even an alligator could swallow a 30-pound lump of iron. So what did the metal detector actually pick up? And why would someone hide those weights? Perhaps I missed something when I looked at the equipment by the well. Okay, could you recreate the scene again?
Coming right up!
Got one of the rare nanofoils. What is that? I'm like not up to date with whatever the new sets are doing, unfortunately. All right, let's look again. Scour the scene. Is okay. Oh, do I have to? Oh, okay, wait. So, this be related to the evidence somehow. A little bell. I have no earthly idea. I mean, it's a tarp, but like, I mean, can I? Oh, wait a minute. There's this part. What's this? Looks like this was designed for raising and lowering a bucket. No bucket. Well, okay. Not very helpful, Edgy Boy. Monofoil, fracture foil. Oh, that's cool. Hell yeah. I love that. I love the showcase cards. Like we collect the showcase cards, and anything else is kind of fair game, I guess. Okay, the pulleys, the rope, and the this. Do I need to do some more things? This is like throwing me for a loop. I don't know. Okay, so I guess Mr. Saint's trick. 3 pulleys and 2 lengths of rope. There's only 1 length of rope. Think about the 2 recreations, the one during the performance and the one we're looking at right now. There's a major difference between the 2. Namely, that one of the ropes is missing.
Oh, yeah!
Mr. Saint's trick wouldn't work with only the items we see before us.
So what happened?
Where did the missing rope go? I think one of the pieces of evidence we've collected might tell us exactly that.
Really?
What shows us where the missing rope went? I don't know. Is it... Oh.
Take that!
This rope was found beside Knight's body.
Wait, you mean?
Yes, it must have been the other rope used in Mr. Saint's trick.
So you're saying?
Yes, that this rope did indeed have a weight attached to it. But it wasn't any of the iron weights we found. Those were hidden in the bushes and replaced with something else.
What was it, Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, I'm dying here.
Think about what the rope we found in the workshop was related to. Do that, and you'll soon figure out the answer. The weight dropped down the well. In place of the iron weights was Mr. Knight's body. Can only have been Mr. Knight's body that was dropped down the well.
What? Mr. Knight's body was the weight?
Yes, somebody first swapped out the weights used for Mr. Saint's trick. Then, Mr. Saint used the contraption to make his exit from the stage.
Woo!
When he let the rope around his body loose, both the rope and Knight's body fell to the bottom of the well. That rope was never used to restrain Knight. It was used to suspend his body halfway down the well. From this, we can easily see why most of the weights were hidden.
So that no one would realize they'd been replaced with the body.
Precisely. We can then further deduce that they were hidden by the killer. Well there, gang. Wasn't poor old Bronco stabbed in the neck? Wouldn't there be blood everywhere, including down the well? Oh, the killer thought of that, which is why they used this. What did the killer use to stop Knight's blood from going everywhere? The bloody tarp, maybe. This tarp was found with the body. I think it's likely that Knight's corpse was wrapped in it. Oh, another piece of the puzzle falls into place. It's all coming together now. Love it.
But all we're doing is proving that the body did go in the well, which means we're helping to prove that Simeon was the killer.
No, not quite.
What about what Judge Cavell said yesterday?
Ah, but if Mr. Sane truly is the killer, then why would he need to go to such lengths to commit his crime? Oh, hold on. Tea drink.
That's true.
Knight's body fell down the well when Mr. Sane used his contraption during the show. Therefore, it reveals nothing about where the real killer actually was or what they were doing at the time. It's only designed to throw suspicion onto those who were not at the show.
Yeah, I guess we did suspect Mr. Cadis right away, huh?
That was the killer's goal, to make us think that the crime took place during the show. In other words, they used the well contraption to construct an alibi. Miss Barry, when exactly did Mr. Saint put his contraption together?
It would have been the day...
what about the day before the show? The night before, actually. Yes, we started getting ready for the show around 9 p.m. And I think we finish around noon, around midnight. In which case, the killer must have switched the weights out for the body after that point. Rip to my throat. I'm gonna rip it open. Roar! Just kidding. Sphinx. I like the Sphinxes. You get to draw cards all the time with the Sphinx. Did Cadis know about this contraption? Even if he did, he wouldn't have been able to do much with it. And I highly doubt that he taught his dog to suspend bodies halfway down wells. Which means Cadis isn't the killer. Yeah, unless he's a fakey blind boy. Well, is there more to do? Oh. Yes, this is where the circus show stage stood.
Do you think people would be interested in a great thieving show?
I'm sure the police would be very eager to attend. Well, what now? Oh. Okay, hold on. Wait. Yes. Alright, we gotta connect these apple dots. This is a sorcery deck every time a creature attacks. All the instant sorcerers get flashback. Ooh, baby. I love that. Flashback rules. The apples in the basket were likely eaten by Isaiah. Well, that's strange. I made sure to put the cart where a trunk couldn't reach them. Are you sure about that?
Oh yes, it's still full of apples the night before the show.
Then we must consider the possibility that the cart was moved to somewhere within Isaiah's reach. A large basket full of apples couldn't have been moved by the wind, which likely means somebody moved it for a reason. Oh my god. Favorite Christmas movie? It's not a movie, and it's not really my favorite, but I really like, I have an affinity for the Garfield Christmas special. It's on YouTube, and it's silly. So before the show even started, the cart had been moved and its apples eaten. Yes, that seems to be the most probable timeline. Let's update the recreation, Kay.
Will do! Ba-ba-doo-ba-dee-ba-da-ba-doo.
Updating based on what
Gina told us now!
Okay.
There, all done!
So then, can I go into the power room? This door appears to be locked.
Want me to open it?
Oh no, we can't get in there. So, okay, yeah. Little wonder it smelled of animals. It was being used for the elephant.
Told Isaiah's apples, right?
Yep, and I was full of them just before the show. So they vanished overnight.
Oh, did you figure something out, Mr. Edgeworth?
Quite possibly. Wait, did I get a new thing? Basket of apples. Is that it?
Shwell.
Yeah. You had that on VHS? Ooh! I don't think we ever did. I think we just had to catch it on television. But now it's on YouTube forever, for always. Yay! The basket was moved the night before the circus performance, and we've deduced that the weights were switched out for the body at around the same time.
Hard to chalk that up to coincidence, huh?
And the next question we should be asking is, why was the cart moved? I think I can hazard a guess. The cart would have been blocking that door. Excuse me. I tried to mute it. It didn't work. I coughed right all in your ears. Which can only mean
that somebody needed to open it. Now, let's see what... Oh, great. It's locked. Let me ask a guard for help. Hey, Mr. Guard.
Big Furry Fox, hello.
Yes, miss, what can I do for you?
That was fast. Guard, where's the key for this door?
Oh, the warden keeps hold of that. I'll go ask her for it.
Go, run! Warden Lagarde is the only one with a key. Meaning if someone did open the door, they would have had to get it from her somehow. Or they pick the lock.
Thanks for your help.
Whoa. Look at all these breakers. They must control the electricity for the whole prison.
So we're thinking somebody got in here the night before the show, right? But why? What were they trying to do?
I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? I'm Gucci. I'm feeling, well, I'm a little sick, but I'm fine. And I'm happy to be here. I missed stream last week. Cozy Cat Girl and I have a Let's Play channel now. It's beautiful. How are you doing, Pink Furry Fox? Did you have a good holiday? Well, I doubt they came here by mistake, thinking it was a break room. They must have come to tamper with the switches.
Did they turn off the power to something?
To think of it, wasn't there something that lost power? What might have lost power had a breaker been flipped? The door sensors? Oh. Take that! Maybe the security gates. Ah, yes. If this is lost power... Oh. That wasn't the right thing. Is it the door sensors?
Take that!
No! What is it? Oh my god. Please. All those things would have lost power. Please. Wait. Oh. I see. Okay, alright. Oh, that's, oh, duh. Oh, I would have remembered this if it hasn't been 2 weeks. Yeah, okay.
Take that!
Good thing you're asking. Last time I talked to you was when I sent you fan art. I took a long break from social media. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad to see you. I hope you're doing well. Oh my goodness. Hell yeah. Okay. There was a 3-hour gap in the security camera footage.
Oh yeah, there was. Somebody flipped the breaker it was connected to.
It seems very likely.
Do you think it was the killer?
It's true that shutting off the cameras would have made things easier for them.
It would.
Which means the killer would have had to be someone who had access to the breakers. It seems only one person had the key. It couldn't be. Could it? Oh my god. Is it the prison warden?
Alright, little thief, your work here is done.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Boop. Is that her? No. Oh, it's these two buttholes, these two binguses.
Fat on the sand, the Albert wins a worm.
Good morning, Mr. Winner.
What? You? How'd you get here before me?
Good morning, Mr. Edgeworth. I see you've made an early start. And I see you've made a late one, Judge Cavell. This is not my only case. I am a very busy woman. Not all of us enjoy the freedom of a prosecutor relieved of his only current responsibility. They're rivals. She's a butthead. Oh, I do apologize. I meant, of course, an associate attorney.
Associate, more like asinine.
We'll see about that. Augustus, let us begin the investigation of the yard. Augustus Gloop.
Okay, I gotta get some officers to help.
That won't be necessary.
Why not?
We've already finished investigating the yard and won quite the prize in the process.
We won? But I'm supposed to be the winner. It's in my name and everything.
Your Honor, I would like to revisit your theory in order to thoroughly disprove it. I would caution you to choose your words carefully, Mr. Edgeworth, as I am sure you remember, your badge is in my hands. She's like threatening to relieve him of his prosecutor's job, like, permanently. How could I forget? You've told me several dozen times already. Perhaps you'd care to try a different thing.
Overruled.
Ooh. You have been warned repeatedly, yes, and each time my words seem to have fallen on deaf ears. Allow me to make this crystal clear. The committee cannot and will not tolerate insubordination. Objection! The fate of my badge and the whims of the committee are of no concern to me now. The only thing that concerns me is proving Simeon Saint's innocence.
Interesting. Spoken like a true defense attorney. In that case, I shall be equally uncompromising. In the name of the goddess of justice. Kablam! I will strike down your case without mercy. And when I am done, your career as a prosecutor will be over as well. I hope you do not come to regret this.
Oh, baby! Hell yeah. Also, we do have merch. I'm going to take a quick drink and bathroom break. But I would like to show you before we go. We're going to have a new item in the store pretty quick here. But we got, from our Let's Play channel and from just our regular stuff, we got these two pieces of merch, baby. And then Cozy's got herself, and then Cozy drew these two. Little sticker, dungeon food. But this is our newest piece, and it's hollow foil, and it's beautiful, and I'm very excited about it. If you want to check it out, the link's right there. No pressure at all, of course. We're gonna have something even spicier. I think today it is arriving from the merch creator, but in the meantime, question of the day: what is your favorite holiday food? Any holiday, any food. I love you all to pieces. I'm gonna run an ad also, but I won't start the game until I come back. I love you all to pieces. I'll be right back, baby, baby. Go get a snack. I love you. Mwah.
Hello, my babies. Hello, my honeys. Hello, my ragtime gals and guys and Indies. Ha! Oh my god. I got my tea. I had a couple Chippos. I'm ready to solve this case. I'm about to crack this case wide open, subscribers. And guess what else? We're back, babies. Boo, 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 boo. Hell yeah. All right, Judge Gavel, you butthole. What are we going to learn today?
My theory remains the same as when I related it to you. Related it to you? I don't think that's the right word. Yesterday, Mr. Carcerato did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed through the tunnel. As such, the body could only have been dropped down the well during the show. We both know the only one who could have dropped the body down there during the show is Mr. Saint. That's still your assertion, and you can prove it, of course. Of course you can! Who do you think you're up against? What Augustus means to say is that we received the final autopsy report just ahead of our arrival. She really is a very busy woman, busy looking after baby Winner. The victim appears to have died the night before the body was discovered. There's a bird up there. Can you see it? No. Text is... Hold on. Can I... Is... Beans... Oh, you can kind of see it. It's right up there. There's like a cute little parakeet or something up there. Anyways, in other words, the night before the show. The cause of death is as stated. It seems the wound is 4 inches deep. Can I look at that? Can I look at that? Alright, Bronco Knight. Stab wound to the throat. Instant death. Wound is 4 inches deep. Sharp blade of some sort. 3 and 6, between 3 and 6 a.m. on the 27th. Okay. Alright. Simeon Stage was off stage for a period of 15 minutes. Barb! Sugar cookies? Yo, hell yeah. The hairstyles in Ace Attorney are wild. It's true. She's got like a lightning bolt. She got a big lightning bolt and a little lightning bolt. And her clothes also are giving, Kill la Kill, you know, like a 1-star, 2-star outfits. Simeon Staint was offstage for a period of 15 minutes. That was plenty of time for him to throw the victim's body down the well. Judge Cavell hasn't investigated the yard yet, which means, I fear there may be something of a flaw with your theory, Your Honor. You seem very confident of that, but do you have any evidence to prove it? Yes, I think I just might. Sugar cookie slap. Because he loves the show. Oh, there's 2 birds up there. There's a little yellow bird too. Okay. So he didn't see the body when he passed through the tunnel. The body could only have been dropped down the well during the show. So like, what can I specifically... Where? Where? I don't know. You found it! We found what? What are you looking for? What are you buying? What are you selling? I'm actually not sure. Let's just start pressing things.
Hold it!
That theory being that Mr. Saint was the killer. You're certainly clinging to it rather stubbornly. Llanowar elves? Yeah, it's a 1-drop. I know my magic, baby. Usually. I just don't know the new stuff. Ugh. No, Llanowar elves is a staple, baby. And you are certainly clinging rather stubbornly to the idea that Mr. Saint wasn't the killer. Do you have any conclusive evidence that he wasn't? Any idea who the real killer might be? I'd like to see what evidence you yourself have first. Yeah, it's just a 1-drop. And I'm an emissary of the goddess of justice. My words are her words. Oh, you mean like cost and money? Wait, which Llanowar elves? What are you talking about? What version of it? Man, I didn't realize that her little, this is also little judge weights. That's so funny. Little, scales, I mean. But her words are wasted on you, I see. You would challenge me if I said the sky was blue. Mana? Put a link in the Discord for me. Put a like a TCG player link or something. Is this a court or a cult? If you truly mean to refute the word of the divine, then come, show me your evidence. Mr. Carcereto did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed through the tunnel.
Hold it!
Isn't it possible that Mr. Carcereto simply failed to notice the body? Assistant to the Associate Attorney, you have been through the secret passage, have you not? I put it in the Discord, Jimmy Bialy. We can't put it here.
Whoa, how'd you know?
I noticed mud on you yesterday, on that charming key in your hair, to be precise.
That's incredible! You should be a great thief with eyes like that. You could be.
Answer me truthfully in the name of the goddess. Would you, or would you not have noticed a body had one been present?
Well, I guess I would have.
There you have it. Mr. Carcereto did not see a body, which means there was no body there to see. As such, the body could only have been dropped down the well during the show.
Hold it!
G-Mama, hello! We're detecting. We are crime solving. Could you talk us through your reasoning on that a little more? How are you doing? The day before the performance, Mr. Knight borrowed the keys from Mr. Carcereto. Or more specifically, the key to his cell. Mr. Knight then used the key to leave his cell and enter Mr. Saint's cage. Mr. Saint took Mr. Knight to the yard in that cage, and that's where he killed him. The following day, Mr. Carcereto crawled his way through the tunnel, but there was no body there yet.
Wait a second! That doesn't add up! Mr. Carcereto smelled that sweet smell! So Mr. Knight must have been in the tunnel already!
No, his body did not pass through the tunnel until sometime after Mr. Carcereto had crawled through it. Sent in cozy chat. Yeah, okay. What version are we talking about here? Let's see. Oh, it's one of the new ones. Is this like a showcase? Oh, it's like an anime one. I see. This is some new one. Okay, okay. I like that they're adding, like, anime cards. This is a spicy boy. A fracture foil. Okay. Interessante. Is this set, like, out, or is it still in pre-release? Oh, look at all these ones. They're so cute. I guess they're gonna be selling this set for, like, years and years or something, so. In any case. Well, hell yeah, that's wild. Did you rip that, or you're just saying it's crazy? You napped, taking medication. Are you sick, G-Mama? Oh no. Mr. Carcereto used the tunnel right around the time the show was starting. The body was discovered just after the performance ended. I don't know why. I mean, it's special. It's rare as shit. From which you deduce that the body could only have been thrown down the well during the show. Llanowar Elves is a Magic the Gathering staple, so everybody wants that card for their cube. Is why it's so expensive, I'm sure, you know, or their EDH decks or whatever. Even though it's just like a one-drop mana dork. Yes, and who the culprit must be. We both know the only one who could have dropped the body down there during the show is Mr. Saint.
Hold it!
Are you sure about that? Could no one else have done it? I understand that Miss Barry was on the stage for the entire performance. Most of the prisoners were watching the show, and those who were not have plausible alibis. What about the guards? They too were watching the show, as was the warden. How can you be so sure? A guard could have easily approached the well unnoticed. None of the guards left their posts during the show. I have checked this for myself, you know. I took statements from each and every one of them. She's thorough, I'll give her that. Are you finally ready to accept the truth that the killer could only have been Simeon Saint? Judge Gavel hasn't carried out a full investigation of the yard yet, which means we got the advantage for a change. I should review the evidence. Yeah, I don't know specifically what it wants me to. Did I not press the third statement? Oh, no. Okay. Alright, okay.
Hold it!
No, damn it. Fiddlesticks! No! I do that every time. I'll do it every time. Ooh, hell yeah, Jimmy Bio. Ooh. Okay. Present. I need to present the trick.
Objection!
It's like, I complain about this a lot. As much as I really love these games with all my heart and soul. even the newest iterations still do this thing where it's like, I don't really specifically know what specific piece of evidence you want me to present right now. Sometimes it's obvious, but times like this, it's not. It's like, okay, well, we learned all this shit, but I need to refute your specific point. Okay, I'm sorry, Your Honor, but there's something else you're going to have to take into account. The well in the yard was rigged to create a certain unique contraption. A contraption? Go on. You will recall that Mr. Saint was sent flying from the stage by the elephant. I do. Just before that, he was to be absent for some time. He was only able to fly through the air thanks to a weighted rope he tied around himself. Dropping the weighted end down the well allowed him to complete the trick.
Objection!
Wait, wasn't that sound implying as soon as they set foot on the stage?
Hold it!
It's simple, really. He kept the weight from falling by using a stake to keep the rope in place. With the second rope, he was able to pull the stake free, thereby controlling when the weight was dropped. We have found evidence to suggest that the original weight was replaced with Mr. Knight's body. This was done by the real killer in order to create an alibi. The estimated time of death tells us that the murder took place early in the morning. The killer could have tampered with the contraption in the time between murder and the show.
Objection!
You say Mr. Saint Mr. Saint himself set this contraption up, right? Well then, who do you think the number one most likely person to have used it to dispose of a body? Even you must say how this looks.
Objection!
If Mr. Saint was the killer, he could have simply done as Judge Cavell theorized, without these extra steps. Ms. Barry,
Yes.
does anyone else know how Mr. Saint's trick works?
Well, let's say. We had to get the president's approval on what we were going to perform. So I don't think Simeon's the only one who knows.
And there you have it.
Interesting. You have certainly been diligent in your investigation. And yet I fail to comprehend your actions still. Why do you not work to do what is right?
Is what I'm doing wrong? If so, who is it that deems it so?
Bonking! Misty's biggest fan, hello. Wait, I think I also just realized that I don't know if anybody tried to give me a head pat yet, but don't do it yet. Okay, now you can do it. Golly. Sorry. How can you not grasp even that? How can you not see that you are, that you are doing wrong at this very moment? You are a prosecutor, and yet you aid the defense. This flies in the face of common sense. You are breaking every rule in the book.
I think only of what is right and just, and act as I see fit in each situation I am confronted with. This is the path I have chosen. Whether you can comprehend that choice is immaterial. But if you mean to stand in my way, I will fight back with all I can bring to bear.
Perhaps the goddess of justice is testing me. Very well. If it is her will that we must fight.
Yeah, I'm a little sicky. I mean, I'm fine. I'm just, like, getting over a sickness.
Then I shall end this once and for all.
I have a cough, but, like, that's just the only symptom anymore.
Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth, for there is another reason why only Mr. Saint can be the killer.
Alright, tell me. I feel like everybody's getting sick right now. I didn't get you sick through the interwebs? No. I got sick last week. That's why I skipped stream last week, too.
If the body was moved from the yard to the workshop, then Mr. Knight must have first been brought here to the yard from his cell. The only person who had the opportunity to do that is Simeon Saint, and thus he remains the only plausible suspect. Mr. Saint took a cage with him to Mr. Knight's cell. But why would he do that? Why take such an unwieldy object all the way to the holding cells? Yeah, it is pretty sus.
Thank you for a 2024 translation game. Am I allowed to show you one of my most powerful decks? What do you mean? If it's like a list I can look at online. Like people, oh my god, my foot is so itchy. Cozy and I did those foot mask bag things. And they're working, but like the upper, my like ankles are so itchy. I'm scratching them. And I ought not scratch them. Okay.
It is pretty sus.
But we've all met Mr. Saint. Did you just say sus, Kay? That's exactly the kind of thing he would do. It's entirely plausible that he took the cage with him out of absent-mindedness and nothing else. It may be plausible, but it is no more or less plausible than him having helped Mr. Knight to escape. I can do, like, video or something. They got websites you can just, like, type in what your deck is and then, like, send that to somebody, if you like. Onions on the feet? What do you mean onion? What? What does that mean? I need some real solid evidence if I'm going to get her to budge. Rebuttal. You can't spell rebuttal without... You know. The only person who had the opportunity to do that is Simeon Saint. I don't believe that. Oh, the sit for a sickness? It is a sickness. What do you, but like, what do you do? Like, what does that mean? Like, chop them up or what? Like, how are the onions prepared? Just rings? Like onion rings? So you can have a little snack later? When you're done. You're certain nobody else had the opportunity. Need I remind you that we are in a prison? The entire facility is monitored at all times. Anything out of the ordinary would have been spotted. But Mr. Saint was under that same scrutiny, was he not? Overruled. The warden had granted the members of the circus troupe special access. As a member of that troupe under the supervision of Miss Berry, he is the only person who is free to wander where he wills. Seems you've forgotten something, Your Honor. Overruled. Forget is not a word in my vocabulary, Mr. Edgeworth. Very well, then recall this fact if you will. You claim that the only person who was free to walk around the prison, but there was a brief period of time on the day of the crime in this prison. A time when it would have been possible for anyone to move through the prison entirely unmonitored. What do I have that shows there was a period of time? Oh, I don't know. Was it perhaps this?
Take that!
Put him on the feet like a ring? But I ain't putting no. Yeah, I don't want to put onion on my feet either. This piece of what? No. What do you mean? Oh my god.
Hold it!
Is this the right one? No, I think it skipped us ahead one. I need to go back to the other one. How annoying. Oh my god. Please.
Hold it!
Augustus, please. Augustus.
Hold it!
Hold it.
Overruled.
Overruled. Hold it.
Overruled.
Okay, I need to show the security camera.
Take that!
Okay. Miss Saint is not far from the only one who had the opportunity. Or Mr. Saint.
Which opportunity are we talking about again?
We'd previously established that the time code on the security footage was off by 3 hours. And from this, we can deduce that there must have been a power outage lasting for that length of time, during which anyone could have moved around the prison undetected. Do you mean to say that our killer intentionally created this 3-hour gap? That it was no simple camera malfunction? Is that even possible? It was completely possible to create the 3-hour gap using this. Now I hit the breakers.
Take that!
Sure, Jimmy Biao. Yeah, if you want to, go for it. That'd be cool. Boop, boop, boop. Take this. Our investigation of the yard turned up something rather interesting. A panel of breakers, one which can be used to cut the power to the security cameras. We also learned that the door to the power room may have been opened at around the time of the murder.
What?
Did he smack himself on the wrong side there? Oh, such a shame to see one so capable fall so short of the mark.
Mr. Edgeworth knows what he's doing!
Ha ha, then how does he explain the lock on the power room door? Oh yeah, it was kind of locked up tight. And the warden's the only one with the key. Those breakers are vital to the prison's infrastructure, so I very much doubt that anyone could have gained access to the power room's keys so easily.
Objection!
Oh no. No, but one person could have. I beg your pardon? That person, the killer, had easy access to it, in fact. And what's more, their position here is such that nobody would dare question.
Objection!
Oh my god, is it the warden, actually?
What? There's no one in here like that. The breaker of the electric fence is in there. They would be questioned in an instant.
There's only one person who meets these criteria. I can hardly believe it myself, but I have to follow where the logic leads. The person who did it is my favorite warden, Fifi Lagarde.
Take that!
The real culprit is... Oh no. Missile doesn't like her. Warden Lagarde. Oh, just look at you, aren't you the cutest little poochie woo? He's not just a pretty face. Missile also has quite the nose for sweet things. Listen, I haven't played this game before, but I said this previously, where I think I am waging a bet that when she starts to get cornered by our logic, I didn't know she was gonna be the criminal, but like, she's got this big puffy fur coat, and I bet you anything that at some point when she transforms into evil warden or whatever, you know, that this coat's coming off. I bet you. That's the $1 million Betsy. He's not just a pretty face. Missile also has quite the nose for sweet things. It seems he's smelling something very sweet indeed, and it's coming from you. Oh, darling, you're making me blush. Yeah, this thing's alive. I'm not even wearing perfume. Then perhaps it is the sweet stench of death. You're a regular poet, aren't you? His arms are like, ah! I had no idea. But if I didn't know better, I'd almost think you were calling Moore the killer. That is precisely what I'm calling you.
What?
Warden Lagarde is the killer. Mr. Edgeworth, do you realize what you're saying? Oh, such a naughty boy. How could he suspect me? I'm the one in charge around here. It's like we're in a murder mystery, aren't we? And equally far-fetched, that is preposterous.
Hold it!
Hold it. Sadly, it is not, although I can hardly believe it myself. But this is where the evidence points, and we must trust in the evidence. This piece of evidence proves that Warden Lagarde is... I mean, it's just this.
Take that!
No. What? What do you mean? Okay, hold on. Is it the security camera footage again?
Take that!
Fiddlesticks! Okay. Okay. Oh. Well, I guess, yeah, the prison search, it's like, I guess Winter, Gavel, and the warden searched for the murder weapon, but didn't find anything, so that's suspicious. Yeah, maybe this.
Take that!
It does. I'm gonna... 3 tries and I'm out. Oh, what? Why? Oh, is it the sweet scent?
Take that!
Your scent betrays you, Warden. And here is your accuser. That's dumb. I don't like that piece of evidence. The police dog. We had him track a sweet scent that was lingering around Knight's body when it was first around. He now appears to be smelling the same scent, and it's coming from you. Oh, darling, you're priceless. Really you are. Your evidence is a whiff of suspicion. Verity, dear, do put him in his place. It seems Judge Gavel may have reached a similar conclusion to myself. You believe this to be no mere coincidence, Mr. Edgeworth? I do. After all, she had the key, and the scent found lingering on the body is hers as well. Were it just one or the other, we might be able to brush this off as coincidence. However, bonk. Indeed, then it seems a conclusion approaches. Perhaps we should hear what the warden has to say for herself. We should, and when we have, this case will finally be at an end. You're all being simply awful. Stop looking at me like that. Me, the killer? How could I possibly do such a thing?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't do it.
Verity told me everything she knows about the case, sweetie. The victim died in his cell, so by your logic, I would have had to have killed him there. But how am I supposed to have moved the body, especially as I never went into the prison? I was too busy with work, you see. I was cooped up in my office right until the show began. Check if you like. You won't find a record anywhere of my having entered or left the prison proper. I haven't the first idea what harebrained theories you little scamps have cooked up, but I'm innocent. There's simply no way I could be the killer. Give me a break. Missile doesn't lie. Don't make it harder on everyone and just come clean. Oh dear, I'm afraid you are the one making things difficult. As I just said, I never went into the prison. If you think I'm lying, go ahead and check the records. She clearly wants us to check those records, which means they won't help us. We'll just have to find another way of getting the truth out of her. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, stop being a big silly. You made a boo-boo and you know it.
Hydrate, Jose!
I can do that. Okay. I didn't do it. Boo, 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 boo. Okay. Verity told me everything about the case. The victim died in his cell. I think that's correct. Am I supposed to move the body? I never went into the prison. I was too busy with work. I was cooped up into my office. Check if you like. You won't find a record anywhere of my having entered or left the prison proper.
Hold it!
Sure, maybe you didn't go through the main entrance to the prison. But what if you took another route? Because if the power was out, she would have had access to this. I guess? Well, I don't know. Oh, come now, sweetie. Certainly you don't need that awful, filthy tunnel they discovered.
How's it going, gamers?
It's going pretty good. How are you going, gamer? Why, until yesterday, I had no idea it even existed. No, you had another way. I'm certain of it. A route that didn't require going through the main entrance or the tunnel. The route you took went through this location. I mean, yeah.
Take that!
Through the fence. Warden, you took Knight from his cell and brought him to your office, which just happens to be connected to the yard. If you had a way through the fence, then you would have been able to circumvent both the entrance and the tunnel. Hee, a gold star for creativity, darling. And how would I have gotten through the fence? The extremely high fence, topped with razor wire, with thousands of volts of electricity going through it.
Yeah, how'd you about to have gotten through that, huh?
The fence's electricity supply can be cut off from the power room. And only you had the key, Warden. Not only... no one but you could have done it.
Overruled.
Utterly ridiculous. The power room is on the prison side of the yard.
Toxid, happy birthday, almost.
It's my birthday in 4 days, babies.
Hell yeah, how are you?
Warden Lagarde was on the detention center side. How could she have even reached the power room? Exactly, Verity, darling. Well, clever puss. Whoa, you've dug yourself a real hole now. If there is no record of Warden Lagarde having entered the prison proper, then the idea that she could have shut off the fence by using the breaker is out of the question. Yarr, but there must be some way she could have done it.
Take a deep breath, big guy. Lose your cool and you've lost everything.
If I don't find a solution, she might still wiggle out of this.
Hey, I said take a deep breath, not freak out and completely lose your cool. There's nothing to be gained by banging your head against the same wall, yeah?
No matter how you look at it, Warden Lagarde couldn't have done it alone. Oh, she's got a little mink.
Objection!
Why didn't the snow come to the party? Because it was a bunch of flakes. You aren't doing yourself any favors by... Oh, wait. You aren't doing yourself any favors by obstructing justice with your silence. That was a reflexive objection. But now that I've yelled it, if I don't come up with an answer, it's all over. I have but one more thing to add, if you'll permit me. Something that explains how the warden could have shut off the breaker from the wrong side of the fence. Oh, excuse me. Yes, because it's not impossible. It's not as impossible as it seems. What enabled her to shut off the breaker? An accomplice, I guess. She couldn't have done it alone, but what if she wasn't alone?
Ooh, now we're talking. Way to flex the old gray matter, kiddo.
I believe that Warden Lagarde had an accomplice. Enough, you disappoint me, Mr. Edgeworth. What do you mean? Mr. Edgeworth has said nothing wrong. The inmates of this prison are all issued with security bracelets.
The ones that raise the alarm if people go where they're not supposed to. Ah!
I see you have realized your error, and we are, of course, within the prison grounds.
where not only are the bracelets worn, but even the guards surveil each other for signs of wrongdoing. And despite all that, no one noticed Mr. Carcerato's escape. The only ones who are free to roam are the animals, and they most certainly could not have operated the breaker. No, so our accomplice must be...
Overruled.
Then who did it, given that it cannot have been a prisoner or a guard? I wouldn't be so quick to rule out either, Your Honor. The fact is, there's one person, someone whose movements weren't restricted. And I have just the evidence to show who that person was. This is Mr. Sod's broken bracelet.
Take that!
Yeah, it was him. This is one of the prisoner's bracelets. Indeed, a broken bracelet belonging to a certain self-proclaimed model prisoner. What do you mean? And who is this prisoner? Oh, no. Oh, no. Frank Sod, Warden Lagarde's favorite inmate. Oh, look at her! Uh-oh. Oh, she's getting, well, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Made it sound like she grabbed the barbed wire with her bare hands, which I'm sure is dangerous, yeah. Don't do that, everyone. It's strange, isn't it, Warden? That he was able to keep his broken bracelet hidden and wander freely around the prison all the while. That is pretty funky, and I don't mean it in a good way. Uh-oh! It couldn't be the case that he was permitted some sort of special leeway, could it? Although you are in the habit of giving such leeway to certain others. Body Armor Canis, for example. Mr. Edgeworth, that is pure speculation. In that case, why don't we ask Mr. Sod himself? I'm confident he will confirm for us that he and Warden Lagarde were accomplices in this crime. If the two of them had worked together, a certain route into the prison becomes viable. The real route by which Mr. Knight was moved from his cell to the prison proper. Recall that there were two big obstacles in her path. First, the security camera outside Knight's cell. Second, the electrified fence in the yard. But she was able to remove both obstacles in one fell swoop by having Mr. Sod shut off the corresponding breakers. All right, Mr. Edgeworth, you've had your fun. And, do you still deny it, Warden Lagarde? No, darling, you've got me, I admit it. Warden, tell me it isn't true. Sorry, Verity, honey, I'm afraid it is. Frankie helped me do it.
No way! You did it, Mr. Edgeworth, you got her!
Nice shooting, cowboy. She won't be wriggling out of this now.
As Mr. Edgeworth said, I had Frankie switch off the breaker. But we didn't kill Knight, did we? No, sweetums, no, we didn't. What?
Warden, explain yourself.
Oh, Verity, dear, I doubt your precious goddess will want to hear my excuses now.
She is all merciful. You have but to confess, and you shall be saved.
Oh, gosh, all right. I was being threatened. I had no choice but to do as he said.
Who's he?
Body Armor Canis, that awful assassin. Canis? How long has it been since that awful man came here to my beautiful prison? I'll never forget the day he arrived.
Like your friends always bring shocking new evidence. Oh, God.
No, not the little thing. It's like freaking out. The moment we were alone, he said this to me. You should know that I have other dogs. Dogs not confined to this fine institution. Others? Yes, very loyal dogs. Dogs who will do anything I ask of them. Of course, he wasn't talking about real dogs. He was talking about his very human cronies. And then he said one last thing. I would recommend that you take care in how you treat me during my stay here. I wouldn't want to have to set my dogs on you or your precious family. Whoa. I had no choice. I gave him that cell. I gave him everything he asked for. Everything? Wait, is that how he became the fixer? Yes, darling, I obeyed his every command and smuggled in for him all that he wanted. Eventually, I brought dear sweet Frankie into our little conspiracy. He agreed right away, of course, because I made things easier for him, too.
So you were smuggling in contraband? How exactly?
Once a week, late at night, Frankie would shut off the breakers. That allowed me to go from my office into the yard without being seen by the cameras. Then I simply dropped packages down the well into on the prison side and went back through the fence. Each one of them spritzed with a little of my perfume. So that's what the sweet smell was. Yes, it was a signal for Canis's dog. When he picked up the scent, he would fetch the packages and bring them back to his master.
We had to make sure Rocco wasn't in his cell at the time, of course. Can't have been easy keeping him from finding out. Oh, we're all very much creatures of habit here at the prison, darling. Everything runs to a schedule, meals, exercise hours, that sort of thing. We knew when he wasn't there. And that adorable little bear of his freezes with fright at the sight of Canis' dog, poor thing. So there was no risk of him raising the alarm either. He fumbled. No! Oh, that's all right. She has oversight over everything here at the prison, which made her the perfect mule. With her on his side, Canis couldn't fail. Don't do that, Misty. No. But hello. Frankie would sneak out again early in the morning to switch the breakers back on, and our work was done. Apart from fixing the time codes on the cameras, which I would do later, when I got the chance. You have shared a great deal, Warden. The Goddess of Justice will surely take your honesty into account. I've been the most dreadful fool, I know I have. I'm supposed to be the one in charge. The day of Knight's murder was also one of our delivery days. And so Frankie, bless his heart, did his usual work with the breakers. But there was no package for me to deliver that day, so I didn't go out in the yard. So that's the secret behind the fixer system and why she was... The police have been trying to track down these accomplices for the longest time. Even I've had to lend them a hand myself, you know. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled this secretive scoundrel into my office to talk to me. But no matter what I say or how much evidence I present him with, he simply won't say a word. That's why you were interrogating Mr. Canis over and over. Exactly, I was trying to track down those horrible hench people of his. Well, look at her. I borrowed everything the police had on that rotten scoundrel. I watched his every move and intercepted every letter he wrote. His letters? Then I suppose she must know about his corresponding chess games, too. Excuse me. But no matter what I did, I couldn't turn up any clues as to who his underlings were. Oh my god, excuse me. Oh, I loosened something, though. That's all I want. There it is. Hell yeah. Living in fear like this, you just can't comprehend it. As you have just heard for yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The words of Warden Lagarde's confessions have cleansed her of all suspicion. Surely there is no need to hound her any longer. Hound? Has she really been cleared of all suspicion, though, or is there more about her to uncover? There's definitely more. I don't know. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but this conversation isn't over yet, and I think the Goddess of Justice would agree. So you mean to make her suffer even more than she already has? Unfortunately, her suffering under Mr. Canis does nothing to prove her innocence in Mr. Knight's murder. Keep adding mystery to it. She admitted herself that she knew of and even facilitated the so-called fixer's delivery route. I believe she used that same route to move Knight's body. And where is your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth? It's in the fact that the sweet smell on Knight's body is the exact same scent the Warden Lagarde uses to signal a delivery. What do you make of that? Well, that's because we've done it so many times by now that the whole well probably smells of it. Some of it must have just rubbed off on his body. So that does match the statement that Mr. Carcereto provided.
The smell, yeah, always smelled kind of nice down there.
Nice.
Gee, I don't know, smelled sort of like dessert, I guess.
His words would seem to suggest that the smell had permeated the well.
Yeah.
You've been rendered speechless, I see. And then I hereby move to adjourn this session of the court.
No! What do we do, Mr. Edgeworth?
What can I do? Is this as far as we go?
Finally, so we're actually done?
Yes, Augustus, it seems we are. By the power vested in me, this court is adjourned. What do you mean adjourned? Hold it. Bow, 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 bow. Who did it? Who was that?
Well, come on, Judge G. Judge G, things are just getting good.
Fender, are you objecting to my adjourning this session?
No. Would have shouted objection if I wanted to do that. You do you, G. Adjourn, don't adjourn, whatever floats your boat.
What are you doing, Mr. Fender?
Don't worry about what I'm doing. Let's just all take a chill pill, shall we? By which I mean a square of chocolatey goodness. Anyone?
It's so weird. Are you trying to get yourself charged with contempt in court?
No, my bad. I just had a quick request to make, is all. As Simeon Saint's lawyer, that is.
Oh, yes, I had forgotten that you were his real attorney, Mr. Fender.
How could you? You're killing me here.
Can you blame us? You've been making Mr. Edgeworth do everything this whole time.
Right you are, which is why I figured it's time to put in some work.
Work, you say? Somehow I don't believe you've worked a day in your life.
Well, and let's say this is me doing some prep work for the upcoming trial. Mind if I question the witness?
Now, amusing, but what is there left to ask?
I've got a feeling in my funny bone that Fief's here has something more to tell us about the killer.
Do I?
Yes, indeed. See, as a major player on Team Simeon, I can spot a sympathizer when I see one. And you don't think he did it, do you? So tell us, who did? Come on, spill the beans. We're all ears.
Mr. Edgeworth, what's he doing?
He's trying to coax Warden Lagarde into giving something away. Ask yourself, why would she go to all the trouble of sending Knight's body on such an odd journey? It's because she wanted to frame Mr. Canis.
She did? No way!
If he was convicted of committing murder here, that would have been grounds for a transfer to another prison. Most likely a more secure facility.
And where he'd be out of her hair forever, huh?
Precisely. She saw her opportunity and seized it.
No. Saint can't not be the killer. It's not fair. I was ready to prosecute him. I know, right? But maybe we should find out what she thinks first. Don't want to get the wrong guy, huh?
Nice. Now Mr. Witter has to go along with it, too.
Well, Warden, are you happy to testify further? Of course! How can I refuse this silver-tongued devil? Eddykins, you have such a way with words.
Just doing my job, thief.
Besides, one can't tell the truth without telling the whole truth, can one? I'm simply dying to tell our verity, darling. Do say you'll let me. As you wish. Court is unadjourned.
I can't believe you pulled that off, Mr. Fender.
Well, me either.
Thank you for the timely intervention.
Hey, it's the least I could do. Kay's not wrong. I've been leaning on you hard, and besides, the defense never rests, am I right?
I'm so happy I gave him this voice.
Simeon's depending on us. Well, sadly, I think I've just about exhausted my reserves of cool lawyer chat there. And we can't foul this up now. Which means you're up to bat, Miles McSmiles. Show him with that never rest spirit.
I shall. Fabulous. Let's get started.
Wow.
My truth. I really don't think anyone could have done it but that dreadful man Canis. There's no telling what went on between him and the victim. Perhaps he simply took a disliking to him. He's certainly the type. But whatever the sordid details, it was him. He stabbed that poor man to death. And then he had his dog dispose of the body. That simply has to be what happened. Well, the victim, Mr. Knight, yes? I did him the most terrible disservice. Yes, you killed him. I suppose you could put it that way. If I weren't such a sorry excuse for a warden, this never would have happened. And that's why I have to clean up this terrible mess. Warden Lagarde, as ever, your honesty is truly to your credit. I am certain Mr. Knight is looking down and weeping tears of gratitude. You clearly never met Mr. Knight. Big horse of a man. Okay, so, like, what are we doing here? Okay. I don't think anyone but Canis could have done it. There's no telling what went on between him and the victim. Perhaps he simply took a disliking to him. He's certainly the type. Whatever the sordid details. I don't know how he stabbed him to death.
Hold it.
Like, he couldn't have done. How could he have done that? What more can you tell us about those sordid details? Well, we all know what Canis once did for a living. I doubt the killing part gave him much trouble. Especially as the victim was already injured. His neck, I think. Couldn't turn his head to the right, poor dear. That's what they told me when they brought him in anyway. They must make some sort of report for the warden when new prisoners are admitted. You seem keen for us to think you didn't know much about Knight. It's because I didn't, sweetie, and the victim wasn't simply a fun target to that monster. Wait, and the victim was simply a fun target to that monster, nothing more. I expect Canis used the chisel that was hidden in that chest set, don't you? Awful, grisly business. Wait, how did she know that? Just imagine, the man probably didn't even have time to cry out. I see. Thank you for your thoughts. They were very helpful. Actually, I'd like to hear more about them in a little more detail, if you don't mind. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you're making me blush. I could chat with you all day. Oh, don't look so nervous, darling. I'm only teasing. Of course we can talk about them some more. Okay, used the chisel that was hidden in the chest set.
Hold it.
Oops. Well, okay. And which chest set would that be precisely? Why, the one the victim brought in, sweetie. Do try to keep up. The victim was a certified chess fanatic, or so I'm led to believe. But the naughty boy snuck a chisel inside of it. Can you imagine? How does she know about the chisel in the chess set? Yeah. Only a few people were supposed to know about that. After all, we only learned about it thanks to a certain deductions we made. So how did she find out? Of course, in the hands of a killer like Canis, even a chisel could serve as a deadly weapon. Knight hid a chisel in there. Contains traces of blood hidden by Canis. Has a small bell. Have we looked at this?
Bell's the same as the one on Helmet's collar, right?
Yeah. No, okay. I don't think none of this is... Okay. That's a chisel. I don't know. I mean, I guess we can just present the pocket. I don't know how she knew that.
Objection!
Okay, that worked. Warden Lagarde, you strike me as being more careful than the image you project suggests. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, please, call me Fifi or Sweetie Pie if you prefer. However, I think you may have been a little less careful than you realize in this instance. Tee-hee, aren't you just the most adorable little creature? Don't be embarrassed, we're all family here. No.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, don't let her get inside your head.
You said earlier that you didn't know much about Knight. In which case, I find it rather strange that you know about the chisel. Well, of course I do, darling. Do you think we don't check prisoners when they come in?
Objection!
Yeah, he didn't come in with that. You're not talking your way out of this, Warden. That's entirely irrelevant, and you know it. Knight didn't bring the chess set into the prison himself. It was brought by Mr. Saint when he came to visit. Knight wouldn't have had it with him when he arrived. What? Well, I mean, of course, that when Mr. Saint came in, he...
Objection!
You checked him? I find that hard to believe, because if you did, that makes your story all the stranger. If you found the chisel, then why did you not confiscate it there and then?
Eek!
Uh-oh. Judge Gavelle, did you tell anyone about the hidden compartment in the chess set? I did not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If no one leaked our findings, then how exactly did you learn about the chisel, Warden Lagarde? Because it certainly couldn't have been where you checked, when you checked on Mr. Knight or Mr. Saint on their arrival. Indeed, such a thing would imply an intentional oversight if it had been found, yet let through. Precisely. So, Warden Lagarde, and answer truthfully this time, where and when did you learn about the chess set?
Uh-oh.
If you won't answer, then allow me. I submit that you... All right, darling, there's no need to rub it in. You got me, all right. She's a different sort of criminal. I question Knight. That was when I learned about the chess set. But please, you have to believe me, I did not kill him. One moment, Warden. This is a significant development. The court requests that you make a detailed statement on the record. Any objections, Mr. Edgeworth? None, Your Honor. Thank you, darlings. I'll clear up this awful misunderstanding, I promise. Yeah, I kind of want her to be not the killer, but she's being real suspicious. Very well, go ahead, Warden Lagarde, and please tell the truth this time. Her lies are starting to wear thin. This is my chance to expose her. My truth, part 2. I said I questioned Knight, but it wasn't anything serious, you understand. I make a point of talking to every newcomer in our little home. Knight was no different. We just had a little chat, you might call it. And after we talked, I had him taken back to his cell straight away. Whoa. The more she lies, the more thoroughly she seals her fate. So it was simply a conversation with a new detainee. That seems entirely above board. Exactly, Verity, darling. I knew you'd understand. Well, I don't. What proof do you have to back up your statement? I suppose we shall see, won't we? Mr. Edgeworth, you may begin your cross-examination. Well, okay. Okay. So it wasn't anything serious. Hero, I love you. Jose, I love you. You got double. Make a new point. It was no different. We had a little chat.
Hold it!
What does that mean? How was he when you spoke with him? Oh, he was so open and honest, darling.
What?
Ugh, I'm stretching.
Oh, posture checking. Woo! Hell yeah.
Okay.
What?
Well, that guy, honest.
He was talking about one croissant and promoting a prawn. I suppose he must have been hungry. And croissant and promoting a prawn. It seems he spared no one from his obsession with chess.
Nice.
Oh, okay. And after we talked, I had him taken to his cell. Okay.
Hold it.
If he really had gone back to his cell, he would still be alive today. You really think I murdered the poor man right there in my office, don't you? But what would my motive have been, darling? I told you I barely knew him. I'm no angel. I have my grudges against Cadus, but Knight had nothing to do with that animal. She really does hate Cadus. Warden Lagarde, I must insist that you append that statement to your testimony. No angel, I have my grudges against Cadus, but Knight had nothing to do with that animal.
Hold it.
You say that you bear a grudge against only Mr. Cadus, is that correct? No, I despise him coming into my prison thinking he can do whatever he wants. But he won't get away with it. I'll clip his wicked wings if it's the last thing I do. And that awful dog of his, it's a menace, completely upended the peace and quiet of my home. It's running around. She even hates his dog. Seems at first glance that she didn't have much of a motive to kill Knight. But she hates Canis so much that she probably hates anyone who has anything to do with him. Thinking about it from that angle, the key to breaking her testimony will surely reveal itself.
She likes to get to know all the peeps, huh? Pretty chummy prison warden, you ask me.
Chummy, she killed the mad detective.
Poor guy would have been in cuffs, not to mention the neck brace. He was defenseless.
Warden Lagarde was the murderer. The evidence points to that conclusion and no other. I want her to not be the murderer, though. I feel like I don't think that she is. I'm no angel. But Knight had not. Wait. So hold on. I think the chess diagram. Knight was playing correspondence chess against Canis.
Objection.
Oh no. Judge Gavelle, I'd like you to take a look at this. Notes about a game of chess. What is the significance of this, Mr. Edgeworth? It was found in Knight's cell, which is exactly where you said you saw it too, Warden Lagarde. But you didn't just see this game in Knight's cell, did you? You've seen it in Mr. Canis' cell too. What do you mean?
Objection.
Oh, come now. Don't tell me you haven't taken a look at the chessboard in maximum security. Rawr. I imagine you watch his every move like a hawk. Or rather, I imagine you feel that doing so is your only option.
If she wants to find out who his cronies are, right?
Personally interrogating your own prisoners is highly irregular, to say the least. But as you said, Mr. Canis had threatened you. He put your precious home at risk. That's why you took it upon yourself to question him. You wanted to find out who his dogs were. And so what if I did? You also told us that you read his letters, which means you must have known about one key fact. You knew he was playing correspondence chess. Ah! And then who should appear but Knight, carrying with him a diagram of the very particular game. We ourselves use that diagram to infer a connection between the two men. And it seems you came to the same conclusion. But in your fear, you took your reasoning one step further. You surmised that Mr. Knight was Mr. Canis' henchman sent to kill you.
Which is the real reason she had that chat with the Bronxter. If his boss wouldn't crack, maybe he would.
And when you questioned Knight, you made another discovery. For there inside his chess set, you found a hidden chisel.
The murder weapon itself.
As far as you were concerned, that chisel meant one thing, Canis. Thus, you convinced yourself that Knight was working for Canis, and that is why you killed him. I see you have no more excuses. Judge Gavelle, your verdict, please.
Much as it grieves me, there would appear to be very little room for doubt. Bonk. I hereby give my verdict. Bronco Knight was murdered by...
Oh. Who could it be? Certainly it couldn't be her.
The name of the goddess of justice. Who is it this time?
Warden?
Hee. It's a joke. It's all a big stupid joke. You people just don't get it, do you?
I think we've proven that it's you who didn't understand things correctly.
Me?
Please, darling, I understand it all perfectly well, thank you very much. And I understand that there's a glaring contradiction in your theory, Mr. Edgeworth. You're just grasping at straws now. I have no time for this. Your Honor, the verdict.
Overruled.
I am curious to hear what the warden has to say. What? You're a doll, Verity. I just have one last thing to say then, Mr. Edgeworth. Then Mr. Edgeworth can declare himself the winner.
You're wrong.
Stop. Does anyone remember a certain autopsy report? Of course, we received the finalized version only this morning. That's right, and I was listening to what you told us about it, Verity, even if nobody else was. You said the wound was 4 inches deep. 4 inches? Wait. Riddle me this, Mr. Edgeworth. How does a tiny chisel make a 4-inch wound? No!
Forgive me, O goddess, I came perilously close to making a terrible mistake.
Looks like your theory is the one who doesn't hold water, Edgeworth.
What do we do?
It'll be fine. Mr. Edgeworth always come through. Right, sir?
Looks to me like the... Looks to me that the Milesatron? Looks to me like the Milesatron's out of business.
You're an attorney too, aren't you? Why don't you do something? Turn things on their head with the desperate fluff. Blurt out the first mind-blowing thing that comes to you.
Look, Detective, I'm as much of a man of action as the next guy. But without evidence, we're up a creek without a paddle here. This might be the end of the road.
We can't give up now. We have to do something.
I'm certain that Warren Lagarde is the killer. It's the only explanation that fits the facts of the case. But if the chisel wasn't the murder weapon, what other bladed weapon is there in this facility?
It seems we still do not have all the answers, nor the evidence to provide those answers. Alas, we must wait until the trial to see this matter resolved, I'm afraid.
Objection!
Whoa.
Come on, G, you're just giving the killer a chance to destroy the evidence.
Are you calling the judicial process into question, Mr. Fender?
Eep, nope, not me, nuh-uh. I tried, Miles. Any bright ideas?
What is the real murder weapon, since it's clearly not the chisel? Confound it, this question throws everything we've deduced out the window.
Nothing to add, Mr. Edgeworth. Allow me to remind you that claims not supported by sufficient evidence are subject to the harshest penalties.
It's hopeless, I can't think of anything, I need more time. Loath as I am to admit it,
You can't give up now. Remember what Mr. Fender said. Simeon's counting on us without us. Remember how upset he was?
He was devastated.
Nobody's in more pain over him over Mr. Knight's death. There's no way he did it, but if we can't save him, who will? And what's more, he believes in us. He's sitting in that cell waiting for us to bring him some good news. And I, for one, won't walk away until we have some.
Hell yeah. I can get behind that. Kay.
Gee, Miles, your little buddy's there's quite the motivational speaker. And she's right, too. When you find yourself on the ropes, think of your client. Picture them pleading with you to help them. Doesn't that make you want to fight back as hard as you can until the very end? Think of your old man, good old Gregory. No matter how bad things looked, he'd always find a way to turn it around and save his client. And you're just like him, right? If there's any way to force a turnabout here, you're the one who will find it. Simeon's counting on you.
Judge Gavelle, you seem to have recovered your composure, Mr. Edgeworth. But if you mean to attempt a defense, I would advise you to consider the ramifications. You have repeatedly proposed misguided theories and have made numerous false accusations. If you do so again, I will have no choice but to judge you unfit to serve as a prosecutor, and relieve you of your badge for good. She's right. I have put forward a number of theories that prove to be flawed in one way or another. Have I made some sort of fundamental oversight? Wait, she said my theories were misguided. Nothing to say, then the court will tolerate no more of your time wasting. I hereby...
Sir!
Mr. Edgeworth!
Bonk. Give my verdict. No. That's it. I've been thinking about it the wrong way all this time. My theories weren't misguided. I was being misled. The defendant, Simeon Saint. I think it's a little soon for that, Your Honor. I say it's well past due, darling. Wouldn't you agree, Verity?
Mr. Edgeworth, you may proceed.
What? I'd like to remind you of a few things. The sighting of his dog, Helmet, the fact that he wasn't at the show. These and other factors made Mr. Canis the obvious suspect at first.
Overruled.
This again, Mr. Edgeworth. You seem almost proud of your blunder.
But what if the real killer wanted us to suspect Mr. Canis? What if it was all carefully arranged? And what if the same was true of the chisel, our purported murder weapon? Knight had been stabbed multiple times in the same place with a bladed instrument. What if he was stabbed with the chisel after the real murder weapon had been removed? Just to leave traces of blood on it for us to find. That was how the killer misled us into thinking the chisel is the murder weapon. But why mislead us in this way? Why indeed? Why make us think the chisel is the murder weapon rather than whatever was really used? In order to get Canis transferred. Warden, you took advantage of what the chisel seemed to suggest. What it suggested? What are you talking about, darling?
Hold it!
Mr. Winner, if I were to tell you the murder weapon was a chisel, what would you think?
Huh? Then Mr. Canis is the killer.
And there you have it. That was the trap the warden set for us.
Oh, Mr. Canis has a bunch of chisels, so she wanted us to think it was what it is, right?
Indeed, that was a plan right from the start. To blame body harmer Canis. Your reasoning would appear to be sound. Warden Lagarde certainly seems to harbor a deep and abiding hatred for Mr. Canis. However, I think you know what I am going to say next. That alone is not sufficient proof that Warden Lagarde is the killer. I knew that wouldn't be enough. There's only one thing that will prove it. The real murder weapon that we now know must exist. If you cannot prove your theory, then this conversation ends here.
Wait. I just remembered. She fed the murder weapon to the crocodile. And there's metal in the crocodile or the alligator. No, yeah, crocodile. Yeah, crocodile. The crocodiles are the big ones.
But if we could just find the real murder weapon.
Objection!
It's in the crocodile, I'll tell you what. How many times have we got to go through this? We search the prison from top to bottom.
Augustus is quite correct. No other possible murder weapon has been found. So I'm afraid you're at a bit of an impasse.
Objection!
Nah, it's in the gator. I can still prove my case yet, Your Honor, because it's still here inside this prison. This would have made sure of that.
The security gate!
I'm glad you at least remember what it is. And do you remember what it does?
Of course I do. I'm not an idiot. The security gate detects metal, which means you can't bring anything metal into this prison or take it out. Out! I saw it.
Precisely. If there is another murder weapon, it cannot have been taken off the premises. But nor can it have been brought into the prison in the first place. And so we find ourselves right back where we began. Judge Cavell, what I am trying to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth, is that if you wish me to believe there is another murder weapon here in this prison, you will also have to explain to me how it got here. Alright, we know that the chisel was smuggled into the prison inside a pocket chess set, but our contention is that the chisel is not the real murder weapon. So if the weapon came from outside the facility, there must have been a way to bring it in. Yes, the question of the hour is this. Can you show me this alternate route? How did the weapon Warden Lagarde used get into the prison? You borrowed evidence from the police to help with your investigation, is that correct? Why, yes, sweetie, everything related to Canis is with me now. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled the secretive scoundrel into my office to talk to me. Of course, that's how. The fact that this is here with us shows how a bladed object could have been brought into the facility as well. The chess set.
Take that!
Wait. That's wrong.
Nice thinking.
Overruled.
No. Well, beans. Hold on. It involves things coming into the prison. Oh. Wait. Oh, wait. What do you mean? What are we talking about? I don't understand the question.
I mean, like, okay.
Take that!
Allow me to remind you of our conversation with Mr. Canis yesterday. I don't know why this is the answer.
Yes, it was one of my bells, only one of 2 in existence.
Just 2?
2 and only 2. One for my knife and one for my beloved helmet, exquisitely crafted.
Oh. His knife. I missed that part.
Utterly unique. My ears are my guide, after all, and I must be able to use my tools precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife has long since been taken from me.
So you see, there is a way for objects to be brought into the prison unscrutinized, as part of the evidence Warden Lagarde borrowed from the police.
What?
Mr. Canis' knife was part of the evidence in the case against him. That evidence was here in the prison. Not only that, but the knife had a certain bell attached to it.
The bell that was attached to the chisel.
Correct. The killer took the bell from the knife and attached it to the chisel.
But that can't be right. The chisel only had Mr. Knight's fingerprints on it.
Easy enough to explain if the killer wore gloves. She made it look as if the chisel was the murder weapon and then attached the bell to it. In doing so, she made sure that all the evidence pointed to Mr. Canis. And who had access to the evidence from which the bell was taken? Why, only the person to whom it had been entrusted. Who was it, sir? Who's been messing with the evidence?
I believe that would be you. Isn't that correct, Warden Lagarde?
Bells aren't exactly rare, you know. Anyone could have set that up.
Objection!
Poor little minky boy.
Unluckily for you, that isn't quite true. These particular bells are unique because there's only 2 of them in existence.
Blah! Blah!
By attaching that bell to the chisel, you as good as declared yourself the killer. But you don't have any proof that the knife was ever even here to begin with.
Hold it!
I don't, not yet anyway. Mr. Winner, I'd like you to take another search of the prison right away.
Huh? But if you do find something, that's gonna make things awkward for me.
This isn't about what's convenient for you. We have to find the truth. You're a prosecutor, aren't you?
Oh yeah, but you know.
The worthless excuse for a prosecutor. If I had investigative authority, I wouldn't be sitting on it.
Anyhow, it's not my decision to make. The warden would have to authorize it.
You know full well that she will do no such thing. You have the power to insist on a search. Use it. Sorry, darling, but not without that evidence.
The goddess of justice cannot bestow her blessings on those who lack the proof to support their claims. Our work here is done. The rest of this matter will have to be settled in the courtroom. I don't know why she's so insistent.
No, if we give Lagarde the opportunity, she'll destroy whatever evidence is left. I have to object. I have to stop them. But what do I say? I don't have anything concrete to offer. What am I thinking? I'm never this reckless. No, I can't back down now. I've got to put everything on the line. I'm not a prosecutor right now. I'm an associate attorney with a client to defend. Only I can save Mr. Saint, and that means...
What does that mean, Miles? Tell us.
Even if my chances are 1,000,000 to 1, it's still worth a shot.
Yeah. It's in the gator.
It's now or never. Should I object?
Yeah. It's in the gator. It's in the gator. It's in the gator.
Suppose this must be how a certain serial bluffer always feels. Regardless, I cannot walk away.
Objection!
Wait, Your Honor.
This had better be good, Mr. Edgeworth.
I've got it.
Got what, exactly?
The real murder weapon, of course. I know where Mr. Canis' knife is.
Do you really, Mr. Edgeworth?
I do. Not at all.
If I did not know better, I would say that you were bluffing.
Ha! You wound me, Your Honor. I don't know the meaning of the word. It's terrible for my heart. There's no way you could... It's not here, I tell you.
Well, would you be so kind as to enlighten us? Where is the real murder weapon?
Think, Miles, think. Somewhere not even the police would search. A blind spot in this zoo. A hiding place that the warden could be absolutely sure of. A hiding place? No.
If you insist. Come on, Helmet, open up.
Did she use the same trick? No, that's ridiculous, isn't it? But the more I think about it, how many foolproof ways to evade detection could there be?
Mr. Edgeworth, how long do you intend to keep us waiting?
There's the faintest possibility I'm right, but if I'm wrong, we stand to lose everything. Your Honor, this is where the real murder weapon is hidden.
Right there.
Take that!
Here, in the yard?
Indeed.
I don't believe I understand. Would you care to explain a little more? Where exactly is the murder weapon hidden? We gotta go over to... Yeah, look at it!
Take that!
Of course. That's what it must have been. Oh! What's the matter, detective?
It's a metal detector, sir. It's reacting to the alligator.
What? How?
The metal detector was reacting to something inside her, after all. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you of this piece of evidence. The chisel?
Did we just figure out that this isn't the murder weapon?
You might recall that Mr. Canis hid this chisel in his dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in much the same way? Oop. That's right, the murder weapon is hidden inside the alligator in that pond over there.
What? No way!
We detected the presence of a metallic object during our earlier investigation. Judge Gavelle, we need to know what's inside that alligator. What a sentence. Understood. Then we will need to summon a veterinarian.
I'm sure I can get those little sweetie Albert up for us. I mean, how about I give it a try?
Please, by all means. God, look at her. Warden Lagarde, the real murder weapon is about to be revealed. Why not do the right thing and confess? I've got nothing to confess. As you wish, then you can simply wait and watch as your lies are exposed. Grr. Sir, we got it. Yeah, it's a knife, all right.
This has to be it.
It's over, Fifi Lagarde. The real murder weapon was Body Armor Canis' knife, making you the only person who could have killed Bronco Knight. I'm not the criminal here.
Goodsling, hello.
We solved the case. I did the right thing. Knight was a threat. Curse that despicable man, Canis. Why did he have to come and ruin my perfect little home? We could have been happy forever if it wasn't for him. He ruined my paradise on earth.
He ruined everything. Curse him. Curse that pitiless butcher. That awful, terrible, despicable man. Curse him.
Whoa. Come on, where's the fur coat going? Is it remaining on? No, it's gonna be lots of it. Yeah! Yeah! I told you. I told you all. I didn't know it was lots of little guys. But holy moly. I knew it. I know my ace attorney, babies. Prosecutor Thwinner, sir. The results have just come back. Thwinner? I guess we've been all under a lot of stress. Traces of Bronco Knight's blood were found on Mr. Canis' knife. Is this like you said, sir? Congratulations on a stunning victory.
Thank you, officer. Excellent work. You can continue complimenting me if you'd like.
Yes, sir. The winner wins again. I think I'm welling up a little. With rage. Oh, excuse me. Excellent work, Augustus. Just a few loose ends to tie up and we're done. But also, hello, Goonsling. I wasn't able to give you a proper hello. We're in a cutscene.
Huh? What are you talking about? I just solved the case, didn't I?
We have yet to confirm whether or not Knight really was working for Mr. Canis. It will be vital to know if Warden Lagarde was simply jumping to conclusions on that front.
Huh?
There's Clueless, and then there's you.
Well, I guess we'd better get back to our investigation. All right, officer, you're with me. You're about to say the winner win a lot more. Prepare to witness first-rate investigative talent in action.
Yes, sir. I'm right with you, sir. Can't wait to watch you work.
It's winning time!
Stop. He sucks so much. I expect this case will cause quite a stir. The attempted murder of a president is news enough, and now his would-be assassin has been murdered. But Knight never sought to kill the president in the first place. The truth is not always as important as it might seem, Mr. Edgeworth, in the eyes of both society and the law.
How can you even say that?
You do not have to believe me, however. As a prosecutor, Mr. Edgeworth is obliged to accept that this is the reality of the world he operates in. Being a prosecutor is about more than proving people guilty. That's what I believe. We are all free to believe as we choose, but the law is not to be toyed with for our own personal goals. If you refuse to accept this, then you must prepare to suffer the consequences.
What does that even mean? Wait, you're not gonna take his...
I'm afraid I must be going now. Farewell, Mr. Edgeworth. Bye. Bye. Leave forever.
Judge Cavell is right. There must be only one set of laws for everyone. But if following the law means sacrificing the truth, can I really do that in good conscience?
Hello, you just got let free, huh?
Someone, you're up. Hi, Regina.
I don't remember what his voice was, but we're just gonna give him like...
Is everything alright? They did let you out, right? Yeah. But I'm so confused about what's going on. Some guy just came and said I was free to go, and that I have Mr. Edgeworth to thank. You sure do! Mr. Edgeworth found out who the real killer is! Wow, really? You did that for me, Mr. Edgeworth? Abe! Oh no! Stop staring at me like that! I'm innocent, I swear! Don't pull the rug out from under me now!
Stop it, Sally. It's true. He saved you. So say thanks already.
Okay! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you.
And a great big Regina Berry thanks from me, too.
Mr. Saint talking directly to me. Small victories, I suppose.
Can I just ask one question, Mr. Attorney?
Sure. I'm not actually an attorney, though.
I thought Bronco was my friend. No, my best friend. I trusted him, but now... Well, it's just... I never knew. I never would have believed that he would have hate someone enough to want to kill them. If he kept something like that from me, then he never really trusted me, did he? That's not true, Simeon. Of course he trusted you. No, he didn't. If he had, he'd have just told me. I could have stopped him. I could have told him that hate never helps, that he had to let go of all that stuff.
Mr. Saint, I think you're forgetting something. I should show him the thing that proves Knight trusted him, the chess set.
Take that!
It's a chess set I brought for him.
Knight had hidden a chisel inside. I imagine he meant to use it to escape.
What? You mean he was using me?
Well, no, he believed in you. He knew he could count on you to bring it, and that you would never be so untrusting as to look inside. I imagine that by not telling you, he was hoping he could keep you from getting caught up in his mess.
Oh. Bronco, why didn't you tell me? At least you understand now, right, Simeon?
I'm sure he does. He may not shy, but Simeon's not coming. A good night's sleep and he'll be completely over this whole thing by tomorrow.
That's not as complimentary as you think it is.
I'll try. I have to for Bronco. I have to show him I can be, be the best animal trainer out there.
That's the spirit. Oh, God.
All right, Ratatouille. Ratatouille.
Oh, I almost forgot. We're doing a new show soon. I'd love it if you could come, Mr. Edgeworth.
Whoa. Oh, it's that guy.
I'll be joining Regina on stage for this one.
That's right. The Very Big Circus is the biggest, most fabulous event in town. You'll have adults have fun.
Sounds great, doesn't it, Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, we have to go.
Is that a monkey? Yeah.
Well, I'll think about it.
All right, Simeon, I got some training to do. I think it's time you and Regent got acquainted.
What? Regent the tiger? No way, I can't.
Oh, you'll be fine, Sally. You'll never meet a nicer kitty cat.
I can't. Please, Regina, anything but that, please.
Another satisfied customer. He didn't even pay us. We didn't ask him for money. Well, that was really something, Smiles. Talking about pulling it out of the bag.
I couldn't have done it without you, Fender. Without your timely intervention, she would have gotten away. Besides, I have you to thank for even being able to investigate the case in the first place.
Oh, stop it. Pat me on the back any harder and you're going to make me blush or topple over.
I suppose it would be asking too much for you to take this seriously.
Seriously? Miles, my friend, I'm always serious. Anyway, how does it feel to save an innocent client? That's what it means to be an attorney, after all.
To be an attorney?
Gotta say, I had a blast. Reminded me of the good old days. Like Gregory was standing there right beside me. It's been like a zillion years since I felt this warm and fuzzy on the job.
Aye, that's good, bittersweet, I'm not sure.
Say, Miles, you ever thought about going in the defense game full-time?
Excuse me?
You know, pick up where Gregory left off. Get out there and actually help people.
Hey, pal, don't get any big ideas. Mr. Edgeworth ain't about to switch sides.
Why not? Coming over to the light side's all the rage. Everybody's doing it these days.
Come on, Mr. Fender. You know it's not about that.
Chill, team, chill. Don't get it twisted. I was just asking a perfectly innocent question.
No, you weren't.
The heck you were.
Looks like you've got a mean defense team there yourself, Miles.
Fender, I am a prosecutor.
Yep, and I'm an attorney. You could be one, too. I'm serious. Well, I've said my piece. You change your mind, you know who to call. I'll be waiting.
Sheesh.
Bye, you backwards waving man.
Follow in my father's footsteps. Could I really do such a thing? Shwamp. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like
me dad.
There he is.
an attorney like my father. Me?
What the hell? What the fuck? The end! We did it! Wow! Hell yeah. What's the next? Is the next case a prequel case? Let's find out. And then that's a stream, babies. The Marvel Rivals marketing? I feel like I saw one thing about it, but I don't remember. Ooh, it is! Turnabout Legacy. Oh, hell yeah. We get to play as Miles' daddy. We're gonna do that tomorrow, babies. Oh! I love it. Let's play music. Let's play some music. I never want to go to the... Something's wrong. I don't know. A lot of my stream stuff is just broken, and I haven't spent the time to, like, fix it. So, like, if I go back to my main stream, everything's gonna be lagging, and I don't want that. Thank you all so dingle-dangle much for hanging out with me today. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll start case 3. Yeah, thank you for dropping in, Goonsling. Always, there's no late. You're always right on time. We're gonna find somebody to raid, but in the meantime, I got a whole slew of links I would like to share with you. We got, the throne. It's a, no, sorry, I'm doing this all backwards. We got the card. It's a one-stop shop for all things comfy Catboy. If you want to find... Oh, my art mama is streaming. I'm gonna mute this, though. Hell yeah. If you want to find my socials, that's the best place to do it. We got the Discord. It's a beautiful place full of lovely people. I'd love to see you there. We got the throne. No, we have the YouTube links, which has everything. We have the throne. My birthday is in 4 days. Literally nobody has to do anything. I need to think about if I'm doing a birthday thing. Cozy's stealing me away for the weekend. So we're not doing anything on the day of, but like I might do some sort of like I don't know what. Well, I'll let you guys know, but in the Discord, almost certainly. Birthday thefts? Yeah, she's stealing me. Stealing all of me. And then yeah, the Let's Play channel. Check out the Let's Play channel. We're almost at 350 people. Oh, this is much louder than I expected. Oh god. It was piano. It started soft. Okay. I love you all to pieces. If you are a subscriber, you can copy and place. Thank you for lurking, Jcogs. Hell yeah. Always, I love my lurkers. If you're a lurker, I love you. Mwah. We're gonna be real cool to Blackberry VT. And I will see you tomorrow. We're gonna start a past case. Boo 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 blah 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 blah. Goodbye. I love you. Boo boo boo.